Good evening, everyone. How are we doing tonight? Sorry about that. As soon as I hit start stream, something came up and I had to go take care of it really quick. It's not pretty, so I won't bore you with the details. But thank you very much for coming back to another stream of Persona 5 The Royal. Last stream, we finished securing the infiltration route to Sai's Palace. Maxed out Futaba, thankfully, because during Sai's boss fight, I got yeeted twice. First time I was saved because my persona had the Enduring Soul skill, and I was revived with full health. And then, the next turn or 2 turns later, boom, almost happened again. Thankfully, Futaba came in with her little force field and blasted Sai out of the water. And I was at full health, too. But I got critted, and then she did 2 attacks in a row. Now I see what I did wrong. I should have used Haru's physical blocker on Joker. And if one of the girls went down, it'd have been fine. We'd have been able to revive them. But Joker bites the dust. That's it. So, tonight, start off the stream, we're going to finish the data dump that we ended last stream with. Again, after the palace, we were set up, and that's where we caught up to the presence in the game with Sai in the interrogation room, and Akechi tried to kill us, and the way we got out of it was in the metaverse. If you recall, when we first stepped into Sai's Palace, as soon as you first stepped into her cognitive world, the courtroom was a casino, but everything else around it was the same, including the police station. And if you recall, at the beginning, or shortly around, I think, Futaba's palace, it was being discussed that everything on the outside of a palace is usually normal. Unlike Kanashiro's, obviously, where all of Shibuya was distorted because he saw all of Shibuya as his source of revenue. But everything outside of a palace looks normal. So you wouldn't know any different. You wouldn't know if you were in the metaverse. And if something happened in there, you wouldn't know because you don't know if you're in the metaverse in the real world. And I believe I called that out when they were talking about that as far as foreshadowing goes. So this whole plot that happened between Akechi and the Phantom Thieves was actually hinted at throughout the last couple palaces. Little bits here, little bits there. So if you're picking up on those clues, you'd know that something might have been going down. But today, we are now going to be a thief in hiding. Because we got to hide the fact that we're still alive. We can't just let people know. So we have Shinya and Haru to finish off to max all our confidants. Then I'm going to start trying to get room decorations, going to the jazz club, and the like. So let's get into this here. Let's get some game audio. Looks good. Set the Red Wings, fly us in. 598.25 hours. I have a feeling that we're going to hit 600 hours in this stream. So let's get going here. When we saved, we had Sojiro, Morgana, and Futaba in our room, so we're going to talk to each of them.
So.
Oh, by the way, the police report on your death isn't going to show up at your school. No need to worry. Seems Prosecutor Nichima worked out some kind of deal with the higher-ups or something. I mean, they haven't even said anything to me, even. As long as you stay quiet, you'll be fine.
Well, how do I put this?
And I guess if they reported your death now, they'd basically be saying you were a Phantom Thief. They can't really go announcing what the Phantom Thieves are, so I'm sure they'll avoid that. At any rate, I'm glad you're back safe and sound. But even that's putting it too lightly. You had it rough in there, didn't you? Only a little.
Sorry.
Akechi was after you all along. I knew it was risky, but we had no choice but to depend on it. But thanks to your tenacity, you were able to fool him. It's payback time. Let's make him regret underestimating the Phantom Thieves. Alright. They're not too bad. It's Futaba that really goes deep into what happened. So, grab yourself a little drink or snack, and we're going to get to it.
Remember how I hijacked your phone during the school trip? That kind of came in handy.
How so?
Well, remember how I put that wiretap app in Akechi's phone? Basically, that let me see GPS info for 2 phones, yours and his. I'd be able to tell the precise moment Sai Nijima, who had your phone, ran into Akechi. That's when I saw my chance, and beep, sent the signal to activate the Metaverse Navigator. But there was a chance they'd just pass each other without saying a single word. That's why we needed you to tell Sai Nijima to show the phone to Akechi.
So when Sai showed the phone to Akechi and the little flashy thing was them entering the metaverse. So they went from the police station in the real world to the police station in the metaverse.
This plan still surprises me no matter how many times I hear it.
Still, I couldn't just directly hack into the Metaverse Nav. It's a mysterious app after all. But you know how it has that bookmark function? All you have to do is push the button. Making the phone think he was pushing that button was totally doable. Pretty good, huh? It may not have looked like it, but everyone else was risking their lives too. Though there's no doubt you were the most at risk. I mean, you actually got arrested. But it seems like all the drugs and stuff made you forget the details of the plan. Want me to explain how it all went down? It might take a bit.
Yep, we're going to hear the explanation.
Well, since the rest of us didn't get captured, we had to act. We had to pretend we never wanted you to get arrested. Pretend the suicide news was a real shock. Basically, we had to act like we didn't know anything, 24/7. The enemy knows who we are, so we couldn't let our guard down even once while you were gone. If they had people watching us and realized what our plan was, they would have killed you immediately. Want to hear more? Another tough part was figuring out how to get Sai Nijima and Akechi back from the metaverse. In order to return to reality, you have to go back to the point where you came into the metaverse. So, Sai and Akechi had to go through where the nav was activated, as in, the hall where they met. Akechi would just come back the same way after the assassination. The real issue was Sai Nijima. We needed to stop her for a moment before she headed back toward the interrogation room. But nothing can be sent to a phone inside a palace. So, I had to program the messages in beforehand.
And if you remember the very first palace we were in, Kamoshida's, remember when we first stepped into the palace and Ryuji and I tried to look at our phones, Ryuji and Joker, tried to look at their phones to see where they were, they had no signal. Or when they tried to take pictures of the volleyball players getting abused, they couldn't use the camera.
In doing so, I made it seem like the messages were coming at that exact moment in time. That part was kinda last minute, so I had to pull an all-nighter trying to get it set up. I'm really on a roll here. Wanna hear some more?
We're gonna hear it all.
Let me see. Another problematic thing was... Oh yeah, tying Akechi up. That was really tough. I obviously don't mean the real Akechi. Even if we could do that, it would ruin our plan. The one we had to tie up was Sai Nijima's cognitive Akechi. This part's really complicated. I know you're tired. You sure you want to hear all of this now?
No, we're fresh today. That's why I saved.
Well, we needed to lure Akechi into Sai Nijima's palace and have him kill the cognitive version. But Akechi would have entered the palace immediately after meeting Sai Nijima in the hallway, right? Because of that, there was a pretty decent chance he'd run into the cognitive Akechi. And if that happened, Akechi would have totally realized we'd lured him into the palace. Nobody actually even thought of this possibility until the night before the assassination. Makoto realized in the middle of the night, then it was a huge mess trying to figure out what to do. In the end, we chose to sneak into the metaverse while the plan was happening to tie up the cognition.
So they snuck into Sai's palace since it wasn't destroyed, and tied up the cognitive version, Sai's cognitive version of Akechi. And that was the whole reason why when Ryuji grabbed the treasure, the palace didn't collapse because he grabbed the fake one, as he said in the last stream. Because they needed Sai's palace. So technically, Sai never had a change of heart because her treasure was never stolen.
Because you told Sae to show him the phone, we expected her to chat with him for at least a bit. So, we had a few minutes to strike after the cognitive Akechi showed up, but before the nav activated. It was Operation Tie Him Up. Though it wasn't really much of an operation in the end.
That's a horrible operation name, too.
Thankfully, Sai Nijima didn't know his true nature, so the one that appeared was an ordinary kid.
Yeah, remember, someone's cognition of someone is only based on what they know. Since Sai didn't know that Akechi was a persona user, all that showed up was plain old Goro Akechi.
It was pretty simple surrounding him, knocking him out, and tossing him on another floor. But man, watching Makoto's skill was super amazing. I guess she does use Knuckles as her weapon. Basically, what I'm trying to say is, appreciate what everyone else did. I just can't help but rant when I'm talking about stuff that interests me. Sorry about that. Just focus on resting up. You don't have to worry about anything else. And seriously, well done.
Yes, ma'am. Okay, that's it for the dump. Now time to go to sleep.
I'm gonna head back then.
Guess I'll head home. Go to bed, alright? Sleep. Futaba's just gonna stand there and stare at us.
Guess he won't be going to school for a while. Don't worry about it. This'll be a breeze compared to what we've had to face so far. And we'll have all the time to come up with the plans together. To be perfectly honest, I don't really care what happens to Shido, one way or the other. But when I consider the fact that he's your enemy, I naturally think he's my enemy as well. I'm going to stay with you until the very end. Well then, we should get to sleep. You know, something that Futaba said before, when you were in a pinch in the palace, she picked up a reading of someone who came to your rescue. Was that...
I think you know who it was.
So it was Yoshizawa. Then we'd better let her know you're safe now. And I'll even lend you a hand with that.
Oh, you're too kind, Morgana. Apparently, Akechi arrested the leader of the Phantom Thieves. He's a hero. So glad Akechi's back. I hope they can catch the rest of the Phantom Thieves, too. These son of a bitchin' bandwagoners. They were all cussing Akechi and putting him down that he was stupid when we were on the rise. Now that when we fall, he's up. He's really amazing. Yeah, kiss my ass. Johnny-come-latelys.
There's no point in even having an election. Shido's gonna win.
Of course, he's the only reliable politician there is. Plus, the current government has been getting wrapped up in scandal after scandal. Even more importantly, there's just an aura about him. Like he can fix whatever problems we have.
Honestly, it doesn't really matter to me who does it. I just want to see our society back on track. Especially after it turned out those Phantom Thieves were nothing more than scum in the end.
Scum?
I'll show you.
Tell him, Ryuji. We're not scum. I heard you went home, so I announced it during homeroom. You okay? You're a bad teacher. You're alive. The news is reporting you committed suicide. Call me when you can. So I was so confused. But as long as you're safe, don't worry about school. Just take care of yourself. It'd have been funny if they threw a master or two in there. Is it true that the leader of the Phantom Thieves died? How could the police let him commit suicide in jail? They need to get their shit together.
Cut that out!
Quiet down, you're in class. Break's been over for quite some time now. I swear, you're like monkeys in a zoo. Oh yeah. I received word from his family that he'll be absent for a bit. Jeez, what do you people think school is anyway? It's almost time. Tell him, All my confidants are going to be texting me now. Hey, can't be true, can it? Please tell me you're okay. I'm all good. Oh, thank God you're safe. That suicide report was all over the news, and Miss Kawakami said you went back to your hometown. I was honestly worried about contacting you. Even Sakamoto was dodging the question when I tried to ask him. But don't worry, I won't tell anyone. By the way, the fan said it's a real mess right now. But I'll keep supporting you from the shadows. Good luck. And now, oh yeah. Some crazy stuff is going on with the Phantom Thieves. You okay? I'm fine. Really? That's good. It's chaos over here because of the Phantom Thieves. You're still alive, so you must be scheming something, right? Gotta prepare myself for one more mountain. But I'm glad you're okay. I'm busy, so I'll talk to you again later.
Hey,
You don't need to worry about it in here, but try not to do anything to draw attention. Anyway, today's the day off, so eat your curry and take it easy. You can take your time with it too. It's not like any customers are going to be showing up.
Okay.
Just try and think of the key word once the chief's curry is energized here. Yep, now we spend the next couple days trying to figure out Shido's keywords. Have you guys figured out the keyword to Shido's palace yet? I tried all sorts of stuff, but no luck so far. It's hard to understand the thought process of a criminal mastermind like him. You know, I've been wondering, if he's been behind all those mental shutdowns, doesn't that mean all the weird accidents from these past few years were his fault? Like that subway accident back in April? Now that you mention it, that accident lost the Minister of Transport his job. Wait, are you trying to say Shido caused that accident? But it's a subway. Does he not care at all about innocent lives? No. This man seems to be truly unbelievable. Supposedly there are still tons of victims from that in the hospital even now. Masayoshi Shido. How many has he killed over the years? How could we ever understand what goes on in the mind of such a horrible man? Hey, wouldn't it be faster if we just go there and try to think about it on site? Let's try that. If we're going to go, I'd like him to join us, but will that be okay? Will somebody spot him there? We'll probably figure out the key word in no time once we're there. Plus, I can throw off anyone who tails us with my blazing speed. Alright, let's have him join us then. Remember though, we're going with the intent of not being seen. Okay, well let's meet in front of the Diet Building and force that bastard's palace open.
Alright. Let's head to the Diet Building. Make sure you aren't discovered, okay?
As soon as I have a free chance, I gotta swap out my persona with persona for the upcoming palace.
you going out?
Plan.
You gotta be kidding me. You realize you're done for if you get caught, right?
Oh yeah, we won't get caught. Got away with it so far.
Just the stunts you pull sometimes. Just don't stay out too late.
Yeah, my days and nights are screwed the next couple days.
Akeshi isn't here.
Let's begin at once. Police cars are making rounds, so we can't stay here too long. We already have Masayoshi Shido and Diet Building. All we need is what he thinks of this place.
Maybe Mount Fuji, since it's the highest place in the country?
Conditions have not been met.
What about a mansion?
Conditions have not
Since
been
he's
met.
going to subjugate everyone as Prime Minister, perhaps a school?
Conditions have
What
not been
about
met.
an arena, like the Colosseum?
Conditions have
Imperial
not been
Palace?
met. Conditions have not been met.
It's no good.
I thought we would have gained entry by now. Maybe we shouldn't have called you here.
Hey, you think he's guarding his whole palace with a barrier? Shido stole the cognitive science research, right? Well, maybe it had some special move written in it.
Is that even possible?
Who knows? I've got no idea.
There was nothing like that in the notes I saw.
Anyways, what kind of person is Shido? I can't figure him out.
I did some light research on him last night, but I couldn't get a grasp on the type of man he is.
That man over there is probably a legislator, right? I'll try asking him. Excuse me. I'm a member of the newspaper club at my high school. May I speak with you for a moment?
Sure.
What kind of person is Representative Shido? What's he think about the national diet?
His stance is dedication for country. It's how he's garnered everyone's trust. He's an admirable man of action, with a first-class determination. I'd say he's a model politician. I believe that he'll help create a wonderful future in which young adults like you can live in ease.
An exemplary answer.
It makes sense he wouldn't tell teenagers anything unnecessary.
Look over there. He's on a walkie-talkie.
Wait, is it about us?
That doesn't look good.
We should leave at once. Tomorrow's the day off, so let's have an early strategy meeting. Meet at LeBlanc, okay?
We should all think about this tonight.
The criminals calling themselves the Phantom Thieves are no more. However, I believe that this country's citizens are still living their days in anxiety. These scandals only increase our distrust of the current government. As a citizen myself, I am enraged.
Look who's talking.
What does it mean to be a politician with responsibility? Working toward personal gain without consideration of the country is outrageous.
The election's public notification is tomorrow. No matter where I go, people are cheering for Shido.
Everyone's being deceived so easily.
Oh, our buddies are looking for us. I tried looking Shido's interviews up online. They all sound so goddamn fake. I checked his profile as well, but I couldn't find much outside of his title and education. He's currently 53 years old and has gone from being a metropolitan assemblyman to a representative. Though he is a cabinet minister, he's split from the ruling party to form the United Future Party. Shido's a cabinet minister? For real? He was specially appointed to the position. That's his current title. Apparently he also won a contest for who people would most like to have as their boss. Even the news sites read about him as though he's assured to become the prime minister. If only we could find out the meaning behind Shido's words.
In order to save this country that has been tainted by villains, social reform is essential.
Ugh.
Man, I'm gassy tonight. Shido's reputation is truly astronomical. It's preposterous. This isn't the popularity level of a normal politician anymore. What's so great about it? I seriously don't get it. He's a strong leader who protects his citizens. Well, supposedly. Is everyone blind? We'll just need to shed light on who he really is. By the way, is it okay if my sister joins us tomorrow? She's hoping she can be of help as well. That'd be great. Okay, I'll tell her that. Okay, we'll figure out the keywords tomorrow for sure. Wasted day. What's with all the love for Shido? I get no one knows the truth about him, but it still creeps me out. And of course we're trapped. Let's watch a movie.
Oh!
Let's watch a DVD.
You're the most unremarkably attractive woman to ever work fashion, Betsy. God, I love you.
Yeah, I hear that. Wait, what did you say?
It looks like this woman's ex-lover is rediscovering why he loved her in the first place. See, looks aren't everything for humans. What'd I tell you?
Oh!
So we finished watching Not So Hot Betsy, huh? Maybe you learned a thing or two about charm by watching this drama. Thanks to the craft of cinema, I got 3 instead of 2. So it's an additional wasted point.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well then.
If I can ever get out of this room, I'll return the DVD. That should put an end to the case. It's just like Shido-san said. We can't go wrong leaving things to Masayoshi Shido. Shido-san's going to be in this election too, right? Politicians like him are promising. If only these sheep knew the truth. My fortune reading said that you're okay, but I'm still worried about you, so please let me know. Everything's okay. I'm relieved to hear that. You appear to have avoided your destiny of death. However, I can't see anything past that. Please be extra careful. If you're unsure about anything, I'll be waiting at the usual spot. Thanks, Chihaya. Now who's texting us? Is this Fumi? Oh no, Takemi. As your physician, I would like to confirm something. Please contact me as soon as you see this. What do you need? Stop making me worried. I'm glad you're okay. I just got nervous when I saw the news. Well, I'll be at the clinic if you need any medicine. Something but the Phantom Thieves on TV. Oh, that's right. Aren't you all supposed to be gathering here today? Make sure you finish eating before everyone shows up. Yes, Tochiro. It's almost time for our meeting. I wonder if anybody has figured out the keyword. Nope.
Last one. Diamond mine.
Conditions have not been met.
No good.
How many do we miss?
All of them.
Perhaps he truly does have a barrier up.
Right?
That's not something to be excited about.
We know all the way up to Diet Building, too.
So you enter keywords into the Metaverse Navigator.
Boss, can you turn the TV on? Shido might be on it.
Sure thing.
Nope, just Akechi.
Goro Akechi.
Him and his stupid composed face.
So, Akechi-san, is it true you withdrew yourself from the media as part of your plan to capture the Phantom Thieves?
I truly apologize for causing such a stir. Honestly, it required a lot of courage to openly oppose them when their popularity was at its peak. I mean, people often lashed out at me online and whatnot.
Then was it also your plan when you said they weren't at fault after their popularity declined?
That was to catch them off guard. I could say I applied my profiling knowledge. Once they lost public support, someone they thought was their greatest enemy lent a hand. That's the same strategy used in romance, wouldn't you agree?
Huh?
Why is he being treated as an ace detective of justice?
It's not just on TV or online. Newspapers, magazines. I see his face everywhere.
On the other hand, no one's hoping for our comeback on the fan site. Like, at all.
The Phantom Thieves are evil. Shido and Akechi are just. It should be the other way around.
They're manipulating information using the media.
They've been doing
Leaving Akechi aside, we'll get back at him later. Our main issue is Shido.
Were there any instances before when you didn't know the palace keywords?
Akechi and Shido have been manipulating the media and everything else since before Futaba's palace. That's how we got drawn into Futaba's, that's how we ended up going to Futaba's palace, because we needed her help with Medjet. They know how to manipulate.
Well, there was the time with Futaba.
We didn't know anything about her, so all we could do was make conjectures.
Then why don't we just go directly and see Shido?
That's impossible. He's surrounded by bodyguards and followers all the time.
There's no way high school students can get an appointment with him either.
Well, we do have an adult with us.
No, that's still impossible. Besides, that's too dangerous a method.
Well, this is a problem.
What's with the ruckus outside?
To everyone gathered before Yongen Jaya Station.
Isn't that an election campaign car?
Oh, right! The candidates are currently campaigning.
That voice.
I apologize for the commotion. I am Masayoshi Shido.
Mr. 305.
Wait, did he just say Shido?
Mr. Worldwide.
Yeah, he did!
Uh-oh. Sounds like the same voice I heard back then.
Man, talk about being lucky. We can go check him out without an appointment now.
Oh boy. Ryuji, you're not the best representative of us.
Hey, Ryuji ran off toward the station. This way. Hurry! By the way, did something happen? You didn't seem well a moment ago.
Yeah, Shido's an asshole. I hope Ryuji doesn't try anything.
We will be counting on you.
We'll stand out too much if we all go together. Please investigate on your own. So the one behind the death of Haru's father may be out there? Please check it out. I'll just wait here and bide my time. Getting further away from Shido's voice. This seems to be the wrong way.
Now is the time to rebuild this crumbling nation. Our government is littered with scandals, and criminals have taken a strong foothold in our society. Such a disgraceful past must be discarded. We must set sail into a new future of dreams and hope.
Set sail into a new future.
So our children who carry the burden of the next generation can be proud of their country. So our nation can once again become a powerful one with abundant wealth and luxury. So our beautiful home will be acknowledged as the best country in the world. I humbly ask that you cast your vote for me, Masayoshi Shido. Let us all set sail toward a happy future, together.
More setting sail.
I hope to continue serving you all.
Is that the guy? You guys wait here. I'll go get intel for us.
Wait!
Hey! Yo, Shido-san!
Stand back.
I just want to talk to him for a sec.
He's a busy man.
The hell? Ain't he supposed to hear a citizen's comments?
That's enough, Brad.
Shove.
You're that asshole we met at the hotel before, at the elevators. Oh, I'm sorry. So you can butt in front of other people if you're in a hurry?
And Ryuji got shoved there too.
What are you talking about?
That moron! Come on, stop!
But these guys...
Hey, kid. You don't want to know what happens when you cross me.
That voice.
It seems the customer base has changed since I was here last. Have they started a daycare?
That's not the shotgun one.
This ain't a show. Get lost, kid.
And the infamous...
Damn brat! I'll sue!
This man. There's no mistake. He's the same man as the one from before.
What are you looking at?
Penis
This
with
country
ears.
is filled with clueless children. I worry for Japan's future.
That's what I'm looking at.
Let them go. My next appointment is coming up.
Looking at a penis with ears.
What a piece of shit. So what do you think after seeing him in person?
He's why I got arrested.
Wait, he's the jerk you told us about before? The same guy? For real? Seriously?
You're sure, aren't you?
All roads
Shido's the one who ruined your life.
lead to Shido.
Holy shit. I don't believe it.
Believe it, Ryuji.
Let's get going, okay?
Shido's the guy who set you up?
What kind of fate brought you two back together?
It's definitely him.
Talk about a destined connection. Shido was involved in the cognitive research too, right? This can't be dismissed as just a coincidence.
God, what the hell's going on here?
Shido was already a politician then, yet he sued a student and ruined his future? He must have pulled some strings so that his name wouldn't be mentioned. Furthermore, he also would have had to force that woman into making a false statement.
And he did both. If you remember from our flashback, the woman lied and said that we accosted him, and then Shido told the cops to keep his name out of it.
He would do anything. We're talking about a man who ordered a hit inside the police station.
He can't sit still until he crushes whoever opposes him, no matter how trivial. He's always been that way.
What a piece of shit. Children are the future, my ass! What he's saying and doing are completely different.
Welcome to the world of politics.
But now that we found out who did it, can't something be done about his record?
Once the courts have made a judgment, overturning that decision will be difficult. It'd barely be possible even if proof of innocence is presented and Shido admits to his crimes.
At any rate, we need to trigger a change of heart in him.
Be that as it may, Shido's outer appearance and his true face are wholly different. It's beyond hypocritical. It's as if he's an entirely different person.
He speaks about the good of the country. It makes me wonder what really is on his mind.
That man's full of ambition to rise in the world. He only thinks of the weak as stepping stools for his success.
He treats himself as an elite man while looking down on others. That's the worst.
I assume the key word for what he believes the diet building is will be despicable too.
It must be something self-centered and completely different from politics.
Someone like him needs to be punished as soon as possible.
Let's head to the diet building again right after school tomorrow. I feel we'll get it this time.
Stewing over it won't get anywhere. We have to do this.
Right. And I'm still stuck inside. Guy behind everything turned out to be your archenemy. What an oddly poetic twist.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, those clothes. You'd stand out if everyone else is wearing their school uniforms. Might be a good idea to wear your uniform when you head out. Hey, hit me up. What do you need? Huh? Whatever. It's cool if you're all good. I don't need nothing. Stop by the shop when you want some weapons. Still stuck inside. Did I order anything from Shady Commodities? I did not. Okay. See you later.
Oh!
We're done. Finished that. Let's play a game. What do we want to play? Star Fornius, Featherman, Punch Out, Train of Life, Power Intuition, Gambling Goemon, or Golfer. We'll do Star Fornius. Remember, this is the game we played with Futaba.
Okay.
Let's start up Star Fornius. This game is about space battles, huh? So I guess this little thing here is your spaceship. Whoa, you're blasting away the enemy ships one after another. Not bad for a beginner. Oh, there are no more enemies on screen. Did you win?
Hey, wait!
What the heck? That thing is huge. It must be the boss. Hey, I think you're supposed to aim for the core in the middle. Try focusing your fire there. Got him.
Nice!
Amazing. It's blowing up.
Hey!
Wow, you actually managed to beat the level. I'm impressed. Yep. Increase my guts. Not that I needed them.
Yeah.
Well, it's getting late. Let's head to sleep soon, okay? Sure. Since I can't do anything. Seems like to be a higher voter turnout at this election. It'll totally be an easy win for Shido-kun. He really got famous from all the Phantom Thieves business. He's on track to become Prime Minister. Guess I should be on Shido's side. Nobody should be on Shido's side. Yeah, put a knife in it. I've actually been paying attention to the news lately. Aren't you proud of me? Don't you leave it on hoping that Akechi will be there? Well, not that I blame you. He's a real hero. I think Masayoshi Shido is even more amazing though. He's the first politician I've ever believed in. Oh, I know Shido-san too. Sounds like he really wants to improve the country. Can't they see they're being lied to? We have to do something. I can't, I'm stuck in the house. Goddamn cat and everybody else won't let me out. It's not true that the Phantom Thieves leader died, right? Everything's fine. Thank goodness. There's no way the Phantom Thieves can be defeated. Man, it's such a relief to hear things are okay. Though if you need anything, I'll be at the arcade. There's it for me. I hope this isn't checkmate. It's a reverse pin. Thank goodness you're all right. You're such a bad student. Yes, I'm a bad student. Hide the pieces isn't allowed, you know. Well, if you need anything, I'll be at the church. Yeah. Message from Yoshida. The Phantom Thieves have been on the news recently, so I was wondering how you're doing. You're going to give up without accomplishing your goal? Nah, I'm fine. So you are okay. That's a relief. I'm expecting great things from the Phantom Thieves. If you need anything, I'm happy to help, my comrade. Feels pretty weird seeing you around on a weekday. You're taking off tonight, right? Sheesh, you're such a risk taker. Listen, make sure nobody notices you, okay? You got it, Sojo. We have to do something about the keyword for sure this time. Yes, I know. I'd like to go out and do something sometime. People are killing me.
Security guards became suspicious of us last time, so we can't stay here for long.
But we still have no hit.
Think it's a barrier after all?
Where'd your enthusiasm from yesterday go?
Ah, shut up. The real game starts at 2 outs.
Enough chatting. You should only be thinking about the keyword.
The citizens are secondary. He only cares about his own well-being and that of his lackeys.
He wants to become Prime Minister, even if it means trampling on others.
Fortune, rich people.
Hey, can you think of anything based on what you've heard from him? Just try saying anything. It doesn't matter if you guess.
Incompetent fools like you just need to shut your mouths and follow where I steer this country.
Steer?
Steer? Let us all set sail?
It was a match?
What? The Diet Building's a ship? What kind of scenery will that be? The actual building's on land.
I can't even begin to imagine what it will be like.
Well, whatever it is, looks like there are no barriers.
Oh, shut up! Let's hurry up and go in.
Are we clear of the guard's sight?
Get closer to the wall just in case. All right, do it.
Beginning navigation. Here we go. Get closer to the wall. We didn't move. Funny.
Did anything change? We went in, right?
Security guards seem to be gone, but it's difficult to tell for certain. This seems to be similar to what happened with Sis's palace.
But this time, the Diet Building remains unchanged.
The gate wasn't open earlier, though.
Wait, look! Mona's appearance
Mono's
is different.
scratching his butt.
That means we're definitely in a palace.
Come on, let's go take a look.
How's it look over there? See anything?
Nah, it's totally normal.
I'll check it out.
Huh? What the heck?
What's up, Futaba? Futaba?
What is it?
The hell?
Huh?
this country may sink, he alone will survive. That's what this cognition is about, huh?
This is bullshit! A country that children can be proud of my ass is completely sunken in his head. If a guy like this stands above everyone, we're seriously done for.
This is beyond ridiculous.
The same goes for Akechi. He should have seen this scenery as well. Yet he still aided Shido.
What in the world is he thinking? Whether it be for glory or for simply a reward, my father died because of someone like this.
We gotta sink Shido instead of this country.
A palace with not just the center of the distortion, but the entire country sunken. I can't believe there's someone with this tremendous of a desire. Be careful. This will be completely different from past palaces.
We're definitely gonna take his treasure.
Let's go.
All right.
We must put an end to this by December 17th, the day before the elections.
Let the infiltration begin. Time to pay him back for setting us up into a trap.
And I didn't have a chance to change my persona yet.
Wait.
If our clothes aren't changed, and I guess he doesn't see us as a threat yet, huh? Speaking of that, shouldn't he have been disguising himself on the way here? Seeing someone in a disguise with a bunch of kids in school uniforms would be super weird. Well, we won't have to worry about any of that once we steal the treasure. Let's do this. I just want to turn this up a bit. One of the best palace things in the game. I know I say that for a number of them, but this really is one of the best palace things. Which persona do I have equipped? Yeah, okay, he's not palace specific.
Indeed.
Masayoshi Shido's palace. I wonder what awaits us within. Let's go find out. It's time to begin our infiltration. I understand why he might already see us as a threat. Why are even the passengers wearing masks? You think they're trying to be phantom thieves like Noir was with that beauty thief stuff? That's quite enough.
It looks like.
Whatever the reason, it reflects Shido's mentality. Surely he doesn't view others normally.
You're right.
Given the insane nature of his distortion, I'm surprised they even look like people.
Listen up.
It's very likely we'll end up in battles from here forward. Be on your guard, everyone. Yeah, I didn't have a chance to change my personas. Now, we don't completely secure our infiltration route here. We only get some information and then leave. When I actually do secure my infiltration route, this palace on a good day takes me between 3 and 3.5 hours just for this palace, because I do them all in one shot.
Focus.
If I remember correctly, there's nothing on the ground floor. I hear the treasure chest tinkling and jingling upstairs.
What?
Joker, an enemy. It's attacking us with all these people around? Hello, Cerberus.
Persona! Take that! Come on, Queen! Persona!
Han, you're going to be useless, so let's even put him to sleep.
It's time. You're mine.
Dead.
Oh, is this a show of sorts? Mr. Shido never fails to keep his guests entertained.
Indeed. Those
like
privileged enough to be on this ship are all on the winning team.
What's with these people? Why do they not feel any danger after what they just witnessed?
It seems they think no harm will come to them because they're here on Shido's ship.
They're not even sensing the danger. Come on, let's make him see what this ship really is. See it.
Treasure chest.
I'll reveal your true form.
I had to butt slap the dog. At least there aren't too many battles before we get out of here and I have a chance to swap my persona.
I see.
I'll reveal your true form.
Oh!
I have something.
So there should be two enemies up here.
Show me your true form. Show me your true form.
Oh, that was close. It's going for the Dharma.
Somewhere.
Of course, Shido would have loudspeakers blasting his political message throughout his ship. Ain't casting my vote for jack shit, kid.
It's somewhere.
Alright, we made our lap. Now let's go upstairs. Yeah, there's one more enemy. And that's a little pupper over there.
Show me your true form.
I wonder if they've never had a fusion alarm go off that early. So to make sure there's no more Dharmas to whack.
See it.
Ah, gee.
Joker, there's a chest! Let's open it!
Sense the Trish presence. It's that way. Let's go, guys.
Hey!
Where are you going? I'm sensing the treasure from that way. I wanted to slap the Dharma.
These huge doors are obviously suspicious. Wonder what's through here.
There's slots to stick in something like a key card. Whoa, there's 5 of them.
475 people in favor, 0 against.
I hear something.
Since there is no one against the plan, this bill will be unanimously passed as drafted.
Passed? What's going on? Was that Shiro's voice?
If this truly is the representatives' chamber as written, beyond here must be the main assembly hall.
The what now?
The who what?
It's that large conference room that's usually seen on the news.
Oh, that thing! Gotcha. So, what are they doing inside?
Most likely a meaningless vote. One in which whatever Shido proposes will always go unopposed.
So he's doing whatever he wants by keeping only his supporters in there.
What do we do to get in, though? Should we find these keycards?
Maybe we need some kind of qualification. One that vows to be his follower or swear loyalty.
So basically, we need to prove that we're on his side.
We can't do that.
I'm not up for it either. Still, we have to do this.
But what's this qualification thing about?
Why don't we ask the guests on this ship?
That's dangerous.
Asking around doesn't sound like a bad idea. The guests here are the cognitive versions of them in Shido's mind. They'll know any secrets he shared.
True. You have a point.
That said, the ruler here is that evil Shido. It wouldn't surprise me if they did turn hostile.
Right. Yeah, wouldn't they attack us?
We should prepare for the worst, of course. But I think we'll at least be able to talk to them. This ship is most likely an ark loaded with those that Shido believes are worth keeping alive. It'd explain the luxury cruise ship. I doubt idiots who can't even hold a conversation would be here.
We can at least gather information. It helps that everyone's wearing masks. We'll blend in even with our attire.
He must believe that no one shows their true face to anyone else. Just like him. Well then, let's split up and ask around. Well then.
Looks like everyone's taken out to go gather intel. There's no doubt I can sense the treasure behind this door. Looks like we've already hit the jackpot. Let's go talk to the others. What's that? What time is it? One of the VIPs used to belong to nobility? Yes, that must be why he can enter the sacred place. I heard he's not easily seen either. Well, why would someone of his stature always be by the poolside? Well, he must like it there for some reason, but I don't think it's the swimming.
Hey!
Beyond the store is a VIP area, and the main assembly hall is a sacred place. Looks like we can't get in unless Shido accepts us. So that is the president of a TV station? Indeed, Mr. Shido has quite the large circle of acquaintances. It seems you have to be at least that important to be considered a VIP. I'm truly envious. Why don't you go play the slots with him? That might get his attention.
Indeed.
It appears these people all want to be accepted as one of Shido's special customers. By the way, I've gained some information on the VIPs. We should discuss later. Unfortunately, I'm probably going to be bopping like this through the whole playthrough because I love this thing. There's a shadow. Causing a commotion might ruin our ability to gather intel. Let's leave it alone for now. But he saw our face, Morgana. He must go. My, even Mr. Oi is a VIP. I just saw him at the restaurant. To think an important politician like him has been invited here. Well, support from the political world should mean mental shutdowns are as viable as ever. Haha, I'm quite envious. I wonder if there's a way I can get to know him better myself. Ha, if you wish. Hearing people speak so casually about the mental shutdown business makes my head spin. but it seems as though we need certification from 5 VIPs to become a special customer. These people are willing to share anything. Perhaps it's because their faces are hidden. I'm not entirely sure how to speak to people here. I either remained silent or spoke in simple pleasantries during Father's business relations.
Hey!
Is this a map of the ship?
Nice.
We'll definitely be able to use this to our advantage. Let's take it with us. Oh, you have the elegance and refinement so sorely lacking in the ordinary citizenry. My, such flattering. A high-class aura emanates from you as well. So you noticed? Oh, certainly. Hey, these guys totally ignore me when I try to talk to them. Do I look that much like I don't got any money? Is it because of the skull mask or something?
Oh, this feeling.
I feel a safe room. Yes, Futaba, I know. That's why I'm stopping with you. I'm ending with you. You're some kind of sadist for making me get info from complete strangers, Joker. But I'll do it. I'm going to avenge my mom.
Well then.
We've gathered a good amount of info. We might want to regroup and go over it all now. How did it go for all of you? Not great, but not bad either.
Well,
I was able to get a bit of intel as well. We should sort through what all of us have gained for now. Well, I took a look at the map we obtained earlier and found what appeared to be a safe room. Yes, I know. I was just there. You all dragged me over here. Right here. Whoa. Oh, it's close. Perfect. Let's go over our intel there.
Joker!
We gotta head over to the safe room so we can, discuss this stuff. That's where I was going, Ryuichi, until you frickers. This Futaba was standing right here. The safe room right here. Bastards.
Still, this is a surprise. All the cognitive guests in this palace seem like real humans.
I love Futaba is still standing on the furniture.
The casino earlier looked pretty real too, but talking with these guests was a whole nother story.
you have that right.
This ruler's observational skills and insight are off the charts. Shido's a formidable foe.
Come on, no need to freak out.
I'm not freaking out. I was just thinking it'll be easier to make a plan since they can talk normally. All right. Let's put together the information we gathered.
Huh. Gotcha.
So, we gotta get a letter of introduction from the 5 VIPs. And those letters become the key cards?
You're right.
Exactly. Now let's go over what all of us have learned. First, according to my intel,
It seems...
one of the VIPs is an influential politician by the name of Oi. He's supposedly seen at the restaurant at night and sits at a table near the window. I'll go next. I heard about a prominent VIP who used to be nobility. They said he's usually by the pool.
Please hear me out.
Next is my intelligence. It seems the president of a television station is also a VIP. He always plays slots at night. It would seem he spends his money quite lavishly. Crap, I'm starting to forget people already. We got a politician, Oi. We have a former noble that goes to the poolside. We have a TV station president that plays the slots.
Hey, listen!
Next is my turn. For real? Even you got info? Of course, I eavesdropped. Supposedly one of the VIPs is the president of an IT company. He's always in his room and reportedly enters from an exclusive hallway.
Listen up!
Well then, I'll close this out. How the hell did you get info with your looks? It seems like some guy they call the Cleaner is another VIP. I've heard that he's cautious, so it's probably best if we check the other VIPs first. Cleaner? I wonder what they mean by that. Wait a minute. After all the VIPs we listed, this one's a cleaner? Is he really a VIP? Supposedly. I'm sorry, I couldn't get any information. Me neither, so don't worry about it, okay? Let's just work harder during the battle. You're right, I'll do my best. But there's a bigger problem, you know. My memory's not so great. Anyway, who was who?
It's no use. I can't keep the profiles of 5 people straight in my head.
I can only remember about 2 of them. What about you, Joker?
My memory is pristine. You know what? My memory is pristine, but I'm going to put it. I forgot all of them.
Oh, dear Lord.
We're up against 5 people. The politician Owe, a former noble, a TV station president, an IT company president, and a cleaner.
And we face them in that order.
We get certification from them and obtain letters of introduction that'll serve as keycards. But only go for the cleaner after the other 4 have been dealt with, right?
Whoa, now that's impressive. You go, genius.
If we can't remember the details on the VIPs, let's reconvene inside a safe room. All right, let's get this done quickly. Hey!
We know how to get into the main assembly hall now. Should we head home? Huh? You want to go back already? There are people in here with special letters. That means Shido trusts them to a certain extent. It would be best to consider them as powerful individuals. We do not want to get too hasty. Let us take our time here.
Well,
I guess we do have a little time to spare. Well then, let's head back for today. And before we leave...
I'll just add this. $99.17. Getting there.
do you need something?
Let's talk with Igor.
Pursue rehabilitation with all your body and
If you
soul.
wish to read, are you certain?
Go ahead. All
There
right.
is an alarm in effect. Today we will hang them more forcefully.
Actually, what?
Done already?
Oh, no, I hit
time,
what?
inmate. This is its powered up form.
Generate 3.
This weapon will be stronger than normal.
Masquerade Ribbon R. I already have one though. The Great Thief Stick.
This weapon is more powerful than normal.
Yeah, but I don't want to get rid of our son. He's staying with me, I think, through the rest of the game.
This card's powered up. This will become an even more powerful accessory. The resulting card may be different than usual.
Let's do... We're going to do Rejuvenate Charm.
This weapon will be stronger than normal. This card's powered up. The resulting card may be different than usual.
Passive skill.
This card's powered up.
5 of them. Okay. So. Let's itemize.
Is this the result you desire? Perhaps this is a bit
Itemize this one.
excessive.
All right.
We're
now
gonna
let's
strangle him
strengthen the queen.
real tight.
Yeah, see, I got medium, ice, electric, and wind.
Shoot for the stars.
This is how then let us begin.
The Sentry is back. Yeah, I didn't want the instant-kill. I would prefer something else.
Always strive for more. This will become an even more powerful accessory. This weapon is more powerful.
Ah, so this is your now you shall be reborn.
Okay.
Today we will hang them more
Strengthen
forcefully.
the queen again. I think I'm going to keep Izanagi.
Well,
This will arise from the May your powers become one.
Alright, heavy to 1, huh? We'll bring that up. And heavy electric to 1. Sweet. Okay. Okay. I like that.
this is its powered up form. This will become an...
Is this the result you... Perhaps this is a bit
good so far.
excessive.
Oh! Broke. Oops. It's alright, we got some good stuff out of it. It's not like I really wanted the accessory. At least I did that last and it screwed up. What do I get? Ailment boost. I'll never use that, but that's fine. Throw me out. Okay. Come back in
Do
here.
you need something?
I do.
How?
Justine, you want to register? Are you sure?
Okay.
Time for some rehabilitation. Some
Now
modification,
what
huh?
do I get for items?
A skill card, huh? Looks like it'll become a weapon.
I see. It will become a weapon. It seems it will become a skill card.
Yeah.
So, this may prove somewhat extreme.
Yeah. Goodbye.
Power requires sacrifice. Do not expect much power from this.
This is what the persona shall. Let these powers unite.
Yeah, it's fine. She's a magic user, not a physical user.
Finished for now. You'd like to read the compendium. Registration? You'd like to register this?
Go ahead.
Read here.
Now, I still need a tower and an empress.
Is this what you want?
Let's see if there's a tower persona from this palace. There's not. Okay, so I'll stick with the tower I have. Empress is towards the top.
This persona?
She is in this palace and she's a pain in the ass. I should take her and boost her. She's in this palace too.
You'll withdraw this. This is your power.
I'm going to take her. What do I need to make a Kali? I want to make a strong one, and I'll grab her as well. Where's my fusion calculator? Oh, a Titania, which I just picked up. Koh-i-Noor.
Is this what you want?
Nope, it's not. Orlov. Or an Emperor's armlets. Okay, no. The hell? Where's my Hank name? Oh, there it is. I went right by it.
This persona?
Okay, these are my heavier ones.
A fee is required. Then accept this persona.
Okay. I wasted. I don't know what I wasted my. Do I want to save scum and go back? No, I don't. Let me make sure I can create.
Time for some rehabilitation. You wish to perform an execution.
What path do you want?
Not terrible,
Titania.
but not impressive.
And everything, she'll be able to inherit everything but ice. But I'm gonna wait, so I know I can get that. Okay.
You change your mind? You'd like to read the compendium? These are the paths
I'm
you
at
have
level
walked.
72. So I'm gonna start at level 80. Somewhere around here. Here we go.
Is this what you want?
Not this palace. Not this palace. Technically, it was the last. Nope. 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 Actually, this persona's in here as a boss.
You'll withdraw this. This is your power. Is this what you want?
Oberon is in
A
this
fee is
palace.
required. Then accept this persona. Is this what you want?
This asshole's in here too. This one is too is a mini boss. So is this one.
A fee is then accept this persona. Is this what you want? You'll withdraw this. This is your power.
Boss is in here.
This persona?
I want to get one of her. I'm going to refuse it. I have it to Tanya. I think she's in this one. Yep, she is.
A fee is this is your power. Is this what you want? You can hold no more personas. The inmate needs our guidance. Power requires sacrifice.
So I got rid of 1, 2. Gotta get rid of 3 personas.
Finished for now.
Time for some rehabilitation.
Power requires sacrifice.
So I'll strengthen power with Norn.
Do not expect.
This is what it shall be. Then let us begin.
Just usually get rid of it.
change your mind? You'd like to read the compendium? You want to register? Are you sure?
Yep.
Are you
Now I'm just
finished?
gonna delete them.
What?
Okay.
You sir.
You'd like to read here. Is this what you want?
No, I don't think he's in here.
This persona?
I think I was at service.
You'll withdraw. This is your power. This persona?
He's in here, but look how low he is. It's the next persona, the Baphomet. Alright, so we gotta go the other way.
Is this what you want?
He's in this palace.
A fee is required. Then accept this persona. This persona?
There's the man. I thought Hulan is in here. It is.
A fee is required. This is your
The
power.
problem with him is
Is this what you want?
all his stuff is heavy to all.
Time. You wished fusion.
Okay, I'm technically full. But there's two I want to fuse. One is a Baphomet. And the other's a Kali that I'm going to fuse. So, Kali will be the first one.
You changed. Are you finished?
What?
Yep, I'm going to go back.
No
I'm good
slacking
now.
off.
Let's see what we got. Let's see, 62 is the lowest. Nope, 61, 60. So I got fire. I gotta recognize his crap. I think his is just one. Needing the one, needing the all, needing the all. He's got ice, lightning, wind, blast, and curse, but it's heavy to all. one, heavy one, heavy one. Next level, he learns evade. Cerberus is 60. He's going to be
Okay.
Yep, or return to the real world. And then I gotta learn a Baphomet too. A Kali and a Baphomet.
Yo.
So this is it, huh? I have to do this. You're right. Do what you need to. I'll try to help any way I can. Just don't be reckless. Got it? That palace is an accurate portrayal of Shido's nature. What do you mean? I have to agree. I'm sure he's quite used to traveling, especially on extravagant ships. And it should be obvious he's not using his own money for it. There are all sorts of rumors online. Oh, I get it. He's using tax money. Not cool, Shido. I think he believes that what belongs to others in turn belongs to him. Even people's lives. That is correct. This country will be a miserable place if Shido becomes a prime minister. We have to stop him. Right. We gotta pay him back for what he did to him too. Can I go out? Of course not. Crossword puzzle? Nope. And I don't even think I can call Kawakami either.
Hey!
Can't even call Kawakami. How's our plant? Is it dead yet?
Hey, hey! Oh. Yes!
Alright.
Oh!
Let's play Star Fornius again.
Okay.
Well, that's a new type of enemy. Make sure you aim carefully before you try to shoot it down. Good, good. It looks like you're on track to beat it. Oh, there aren't many enemies left. Is the boss coming up? There it is. That's a lot of tentacles. You can't hit the core without destroying them first.
Yes!
Nice. You destroyed all the tentacles in the core too.
Hey!
Well, you actually managed to beat the level. I'm impressed. Yep, more guns. Don't need.
Yeah!
Yep, getting late. Let's go to bed. Of course.
It's me. Sorry, I know you're tired. It'll be a sec, just hear me out. I've decided what I want to do with Shido after going into his palace. We can't let him run free. If there's a heart we gotta steal, it's definitely gotta be his.
It's got an idiot.
I really get it now. I want to avenge you, that's a no-brainer, but that's not it. If we let him run the country, the weak will be totally effed. Isn't it our duty to protect them?
Protect them till the end.
Remember when I told you that heroes who lurk in the shadows are boring? Well, forget what I said. Those heroes are way cooler. Hey, once we change Shido's heart... no, never mind. Forget it. Let's do it. Let's steal that bastard Shido's heart. I'll do everything I can to make it happen. Thanks for listening to me. See ya.
See ya, Ryoji. Can I finally do something now? Campaign season has begun. I bet it'll be an overwhelming victory for Representative Shido. Yeah, I'm definitely going to vote for him. Maybe I'll actually vote this time. There aren't many politicians who are like Shido-san. Thank goodness. Oh.
Hey.
Getting chilly. It's almost time. Were you able to sleep last night? Not really. I hear that breeze coming in. Huh, I guess it must be hard, even for you. Now that we know who's behind it all, we can't get hasty. Rushing will just make us sloppy. But geez, it's been getting cold lately. We might freeze to death before we can change his heart. Let's look to see if we can find anything to help us get warm. The heater, huh? Ooh, this is good. So warm.
Hey!
Once we take care of Shido... What's wrong? Well, I was just thinking, this might be the last job for the Phantom Thieves. Everyone's goals and ambitions, they're all linked to taking down Shido. That's how I feel. We all became Phantom Thieves for our own reasons. We weren't just playing around. Outside of the Phantom Thieves, you also have friends who've been helping you. They believe in you. We have an important battle ahead of us, and we only made it all this way because of them. There's no guarantees we'll make it out of this. See them as much as you can so you have no regrets. Alright, I understand. I'm with you all the way to the end. This upcoming battle is personal, so we'll do it your way. Now you can fight Shido on your own terms. You got it, Morgana. They seem to take a lot of days off. I wonder if it's got something to do with his record.
Okay, quiet down.
I believe I mentioned this before, but he is back at his family's home. It's a personal matter, so don't go spreading rumors. How long can we keep this up? We need to take care of things before we get caught. Well, I'm going to try and max out Haru and Shinya before we tackle the palace.
Hey, are you sure it's okay for him to be down here working right now? I mean, wouldn't it be bad if a Shujin student walked in and saw him?
Don't worry about it.
Welcome.
Oh, hello, Kasumi.
What did I just say?
Nah, still fine.
Senpai? You're not like a stunt double or something, right?
It's the real me.
I don't know what's happening, but I really hope this isn't a dream.
Well, are you pleased? I'm the one who set this up. A little surprise from me to you. I asked Futaba to do me a favor.
And I asked Ryuji to pass the message along to Kasumi.
Okay. For the last 7 months, other than Joker, this is the only time she has ever been referred to as Kasumi by any other character. It's always Yoshizawa or Yoshizawa-san. Never by her first name.
I knew you'd be wiped out for a while, so I made sure to give you time to recover first.
Oh, thank goodness. I'm just so happy.
No one cares about my scheme?
Well, it looks like you know what's been going on with him. Take a seat, why don't you? No reason to stand around. I'm going out for a bit to grab some groceries. I'll let you all get caught up with each other.
So you're Yoshizawa-san, right? Well, what's up? It's a pleasure meeting you.
Yes, nice to meet you as well, Sakura-san.
Could you at least figure out whether to be polite or casual?
Shut up! Don't you underestimate my people anxiety. Mona tells me that you helped him out in that palace a while back. We are awfully grateful for that.
It's only a little
Oh
less
no,
than a
it was
week
my
ago.
pleasure. He's usually the one who helps me out. Not only that, I'd promised to repay his kindness to me, no matter what.
What a refined response. Are we really around the same age?
You know, there's something I've wanted to ask you, Yoshizawa. Why were you in that palace in the first place?
That's...
I was wondering that too. Of course, I'm extra grateful that you saved our leader, but if our plan had somehow leaked, then we need to change our tactics from here on out.
It all started about a week ago, when we had lunch together on the roof of the school.
But that day's when...
I got the feeling that something big was going to take place that day, so... I'm so sorry. I was actually following you the entire time.
Hello.
Wait, we were tailed there?
We definitely had no idea about that. It's like night and day compared to when Makoto was following us.
I've been considering for a
we
while
saw
now.
Makoto all
Perhaps
over.
I should be fighting alongside you if I have special powers like yours, Senpai. I wondered if an outsider like myself should even get involved. But I couldn't just stand back and do nothing.
You saved me.
Oh, it was nothing compared to how much you've done for me in the past. Correct me if I'm wrong, but you're not done here yet, are you? Then perhaps I ought to lend you a hand.
No, she wants to join us.
We could definitely use the additional firepower, but...
I'm thankful for her offer to help, but Shido is more dangerous than any of our previous targets. It'd be wisest to avoid dragging Kasumi into this fight.
Senpai?
It's too dangerous.
Well, you say that, but...
Honestly, we have no idea what risks you would face. Our enemy this time is more dangerous than anyone else so far. Also, we pretty much brought this entire mess down upon ourselves, so... This is on us. We're delighted by the offer, but we really can't drag you into this any further. Moreover, you have something to do yourself, right?
I believe I'd be acting selfishly if I were to press any further. Very well. I understand your reasoning. If that's the situation, then I'll wait for you to return. But you have to promise me this. You'll come back safe no matter what. I don't ever want to feel as horrible as I did when I thought you...
I'm sure we'll be fine.
I really do believe you. It's time I get going. I've got practice today, as usual. Well, be seeing you.
Alright, Kasumi. Thanks for stopping by. Man, sure must be nice not having to go to school. That ain't bit me. Don't know what you're talking about. A dead man cannot go to school, you know. This would all be for nothing if they found out he's still alive. Doesn't it suck to live like a fugitive, though? Always having to hide your face? I can barely see. Are you alright? You really needn't cover your eyes. Don't try too hard to hide yourself. You'll only stand out more. That's always the hardest. Try hard, but not too hard. In any case, we're ready to put the plan into action. Now all we need is your signal.
Okay.
So you'll stand out too much during the day, so we need to go out at night. We're about to face our toughest target to date. Don't skimp on your preparations. Yep. Mission starts. Hey, Mishima. Hey, sorry to bring this on now. I know you have your hands full, but Fatty Tuna can do it. I have faith in all of you. Anyway, here's the info I have. Well, this one is cruel. There's a group of scammers out there specifically targeting old people. Apparently they're using some sort of spiritual mumbo-jumbo to trick them into paying out. Mumbo-jumbo? I don't know, like selling them magical vases or something. Anyway, they keep moving around, so it's been difficult to reliably track them. Apparently the police have just stopped trying entirely. From what I've read online, the representative is a guy named Yoshihiro Wakasa. Sorry, I don't have any more info than that. Good luck. Might be tough for us to go at a time like this, but the info itself is pretty worthwhile. If we have the chance, we should go on in the menus. Okay, now that we can flip and go out, we're going to come here. We're going to check out books.
Welcome.
No, we got them all. I'm going to swap our DVD.
Take a look around.
here.
Really? I hope so.
This is good.
Because I know there's a book here now.
Take your time.
Yep.
Okay. Who's available? Haru or Haru? Alrighty. 5 visits total. What we're gonna do now is gonna head to the rooftop. Alright, let's sneak past everyone and go up to the emergency exit. Hey Haru, how you doing? Give me my carrots.
Good day.
I want to see the vegetables. Yeah, I know these are done growing. Alright, now I want to talk to you.
Good day. Huh?
At this time, yes, secret. Oh yes, there was something I wanted to talk to you about. I've thought a great deal, both about Takakura-san and the company. Do you have some time to talk today? I absolutely do.
Yes.
Thank you. You see...
Hey!
Hey, do you remember the magic item I mentioned before? The thing that will help me show Takakura-san how I really feel is right here. The soil? Correct.
To be honest,
You see, the soil here is a special mix I made with a few different kinds of fertilizer. It's very high quality. It's soft, it's warm, it has good drainage, and it's full of nutrients. This is the magic I need. I'm not very good at expressing myself with words. Just thinking about it makes my heart race. But I've been pouring my heart and soul into this soil for months now. I know exactly how I feel. That's why I'm going to use it to grow my coffee plants. Then once they're ready, I'm going to make coffee with the beans. It shouldn't be much longer now. Honestly, just raising those plants has taken considerable effort. I've checked on them every day, given them water, put them in the sun, but all that love and care has found its way into the beans themselves. Combining that with the nurturing warmth of this soil should give me the perfect way to convey how I feel. I wonder what Takakura-san will think when he tries it. He's gonna love it. I hope you're right. I'm not particularly confident in the flavor, though. After all, this is my first attempt. By the way, I've thought about it some more, and I wouldn't necessarily be opposed to Takakura-san's idea. If that's what management decides to do, I won't get in their way. At the same time, I can't support them if their main goal is to deceive. What I mean is, people don't think of Okumura Foods very highly right now. So I'm afraid management is trying to use this new chain to sneak under the radar rather than rebuild our image. Of course, I understand how hard it is to rid yourself of a negative label. But if they want to fool people with a low-quality product instead of regaining their trust, I will proudly oppose them. You're amazing, Haru. Well, naturally, I'm a heroine of justice after all. Just kidding. You know, it's so reassuring having you here. It's because of you that I was able to cultivate this soil. And because of you that I have the courage to tell Takakura-san how I feel. Speaking of which, do you think you could be there when I do it? As long as you're with me, I won't be afraid to say what I'm thinking. Yep. Okay.
All right.
Now then, I need to take some of the soil home to my coffee plants. Could you carry a bag for me? Sure.
Goodbye.
I'll be a pack mule for you. Hello, thank you for giving me a hand today. I'm already testing the soil I brought home today. I can tell my coffee plants are happy. It's in your nature to nurture. My nature? I suppose it's simply in my nature to nurture nature. A fair turn of phrase. All that's left is for me to muster up the courage to express my own opinion. I'll contact Takakura-san and I'll make sure it works with your schedule. I hope my magic item will work on Takakura-san. I'm going to do everything I can, so I hope you'll see it through with me. Okay, bye. Okay, bye, Haru.
You're back.
Of course, these son of a guns are texting me. Every news station has been running story after story about Shido and the elections. Akechi, too. I can't believe they're calling him the detective of the century. Plus, they're treating the Phantom Thieves like criminals. That side of things has faded a little bit, though, don't you think? Yes, all the talk of the elections must have made people forget about the suicide news. The main culprit is dead. Things are settled and society can go on like normal. That's probably what people are thinking. I have mixed feelings about all of this. I'm not saying they should talk about us more, but the sudden change in momentum is weird. All we gotta do is hurry up and steal Shido's heart. That'll take care of everything, right? Don't get hasty. Yes, there's no knowing what may happen. Be sure to prepare well. Well then, we can discuss this more tomorrow. Let's do our best. Password? Nope. Right, I'm gonna take 5 and rest my behind.
Right in front of me, that's where I found an empty glass, reflecting that's a truth. It's telling words not to be told. I need that mask. I'm a sharpshooter at this masquerade, heart in both face and mind, all free for you to draw. Chained down to my core. Please don't take off my mask, my place to hide. How to see me? Just a cage of bones. There's nothing inside. Will it always be burning down the walls? Is there a way for me to break? I'm a sharpshooter at Paul's masquerade. I'm in both face and mind, all free for you to draw. I'm a shapeshifter, have no face to show. Please don't take off my mask.
Alrighty. Let's get back into this. Alright, come up to Chikichi Jochi. See if the girls want to have another visit. Oh, they do.
I'm glad.
Hello, girls.
What are you gonna do today? Now.
Place we wish to evaluate for your rehabilitation is the castle of your own master, inmate. The individual responsible for your successful rehabilitation in your own world. This is a person of great importance. As your wardens, we would be remiss to forego a meeting with this person. Take us to your master immediately. Sure.
Let's go, inmate.
Excellent. Let's move out on the double.
Onward, inmate.
What kind of person could your master be? Well, lead the way so we may find out. We're going to visit Sojiro with the girls.
Ah, you're back.
Wait, who are those kids? Are you the master of this place? Thank you for assisting the inmate with his rehabilitation. Inmate? Yes, it is all going as planned, in no small part due to your own efforts. We must express our gratitude for that. Sure. Hey, what kind of crowd are you running with nowadays exactly? This isn't my choice. Never mind, forget I said anything. Just stay out of trouble. Well, take a seat. Have you already eaten? If not, I could bring out some curry for you. Curry? We haven't a clue what that is, but we will politely accept your offer. Here you go. What in the world is this? This rice is slowly being absorbed by this sludge.
Oh, man.
Sludge? Really? Wait, have you really never had this before? The scent isn't bad at all. In fact, it's rather appetizing. What are these poisonous-looking red chunks along the edge here? It's called Fukujinzuke. Fukuchin, what is it? It's optional flavoring for your curry. They call it that because of the 7 gods of fortune. The Shichi Fukujin. Shichi Fukujin.
What?
You chopped up a god to make this? So this is dyed with the blood of a god? What are these kids going on about? You don't want to know. This man's a god killer. Now I see how he's able to reign in the inmate. I have high hopes for any dish prepared by a god slayer. Let us pay our proper respects and happily eat our sludge. Look, it's not sludge, alright? Sojiro's not used to people insulting his curry. Look at Caroline go to town. Oof, it's so spicy, my mouth's on fire.
Yes.
I agree. Nom. But it seems I cannot stop myself. Spicy, huh? It's not bad. I think I could stand to be a little sweeter, though. I must say, I do feel this curry sludge filling both my body and spirit to burst. Eating this every day would no doubt support your rehabilitation immensely, and I eat it every day. Be grateful to that Godslayer for sheltering you, inmate. If you were to cross him, he'd chop you up for his next garnish. I should get going. I have to get Futaba's dinner ready. If they want coffee, you know how to make it. Okay, the shop's yours for the night. Coffee? I believe that was served at the slave camp as well. Alright, inmate, serve us coffee. Why is everything on the Godslayer's menu so murky? The smell's not bad, though. It's more satisfying than we previously experienced as well. And now for a test sip. It's gonna be bitter. Ah, it's bitter. Is this poison? Are you actually a child? What was that? He is correct. You have the tongue of a child. However, I've heard of mysterious white additives that people use so that even a child could drink this inky abomination. I demand those additives. Sounds like she's talking about milk and sugar. Oh, this powder dissolves immediately, no matter how much I add. Almost. A little more. That perfect balance of black and white is almost there. Oh, there's no more left. She dumped the entire sugar container into her coffee. I don't believe that I quite reached a perfect harmony of black and white, but there's nothing that can be done now. Now for the test sip. It's gonna be super sweet now. Ah, it's so sweet. There's an intriguing crunchy texture to it. There's so much sugar in there. It's like a solid now. It's not even a drink. However, it does have its own unique appeal. Not only did we get to meet the inmate's master in this realm, but we also got to try some exotic food. As for yourself, this assignment is now complete. Here's your reward. I count. Now that I'm thinking about it, the inmate's shown us quite a number of different places, huh? Indeed, we've been able to see some unexpected sides to humans. This has been a very fulfilling experience for us. Did you have fun? Fun has nothing to do with our mission. We are here to observe your special assignments. Don't forget that. Although, Caroline does occasionally forget her station in her excitement.
What?
Oh yeah? I can say the same for you. I know you asked our master if we could get a jellyfish tank for our room. We'll try to deny it. It appears we're out of time. We must be heading back now.
Hey!
Hey, don't act like you could just drop the subject that easily. You're not getting out of this one. We are wardens, and this is our prisoner. Nothing more, nothing less. However, there is no denying the fact that the inmates' results have exceeded our expectations. For that alone, we would certainly be remiss to not express our appreciation.
Not bad for an inmate.
Yeah, that's high praise coming from us. Show your own appreciation for us, inmate. But this isn't the end of your special assignments. You better not give up on them now, got it? Let's finish the Godslayer's meal before we leave. What were they called again? Kirby and Coughing? I believe you mean Curdy and Comfy. Oh, whatever. It's sludge in a plate and sludge in a cup. Now let's get to it. After they ate their meals, I escorted the twins back to the vault. Yeah, Sergio's not used to his stuff being called sludge. Oh, we're under 2% now. Have you been keeping up with the election? I wonder if Shido-san's going to take it all. We might be hearing news about the birth of the Shido administration by the end of the year. I wish Akechi-kun would run for office. He'd get more votes than all those incompetent politicians. I don't usually care about elections, but it's exciting when people are so into it. Everyone's in danger. We need to make him have a change of heart soon. Chill, Makoto. I'd like to finish my confidence before I do that. We're gonna head to the rooftop. Sneak past him.
Good day.
We're gonna hang out, Haru.
Huh?
At a time like this, is it perhaps part of your grand infiltration strategy? It's a secret. I managed to secure an appointment to meet up with Takakura-san. If it's not too much trouble, I'd like you to join us. Do you have time today? I do.
Thank you.
I'm sure I'll be able to express myself if you're there with me. Well, I'll contact Takakura-san now. So, you'd like me to try this?
Yes.
It's actually starting this week. Please, if only a taste. This wasn't made with particularly expensive beans, nor was it brewed by any sort of coffee expert. There's flavor. Interesting. Anyway, what is it you wanted to discuss with me? Does it concern the company? My apologies for bothering you at such a busy time. It's not a problem. The truth is, after my father's passing, I couldn't bring myself to trust anyone at Okumura Foods. I see. That includes you, Takakura-san. That's quite cruel.
I'm sorry.
My apologies. Now then, what I wanted to discuss is... I'm here for you, Haru. Right, I'll be okay. Takakura-san, what do you think of that coffee? I grew the beans in my own garden and even handled the preparation. What? I honestly don't believe it's a particularly good cup of coffee, but I put my heart into making it. That's why I asked you here today, Takakura-san. I'm not suggesting we need to put this level of effort into the Okumura Foods coffee chain, and I'm not suggesting we should put a halt to the plan either. However, I won't let my company serve low-quality food to our customers. You know, this is very similar to the coffee your grandfather used to make.
Excuse me?
I used to be a regular at his cafe. That's actually how I ended up joining the company to begin with. To be honest, I was strongly opposed to the closing of the cafe, but I didn't have the power to make that decision at the time. I was planning on naming the new chain after his shop to make up for that, though. I'm going to create a business that is loved by customers and employees alike, just as his cafe was. A place where people can come to drink in the subtle joys of life. Is that so? Haru-chan, I believe you have every right to distrust us. After all, things would have turned out differently if only someone had chosen to stand up for your father. Stand up to your father, sorry. Be that as it may, I can truly sense the passion you put into this coffee. It seems you really are like your grandfather.
No.
I'm sorry for being so rude. I must apologize as well for encouraging you to abandon your shares. I thought they would be a burden to you, but I was clearly wrong. Haru-chan, if you'd like, why don't you take part in our next company meeting? Me? The truth is, the rumors of my being pleased at your father's death were troubling, to say the least. I understand not everyone agrees with the vision I have for this company, but I've spent great effort struggling against our board of directors to push Okumura Foods back on the right path. What I need is to communicate that thought as clearly as possible, just as you did with this coffee. Do you think you could assist me in accomplishing that? I want to rebuild this company from the ground up. Give it all you got, Haru.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
I would be glad to join you. Excellent. Your grandfather would be proud, as would your father. By the way, the coffee was superb.
You have my thanks.
And it seems I made yet another misunderstanding. I was under the impression that you were quite thrilled about the arrangement with Sugimura-kun. That is why I was so insistent on hurrying the marriage. I wanted you to have all the support you needed. But it appears as though you prefer the young man next to you instead. Oh, this is where we have to put the hammer down. This is where we have to drive the axe through Haru's burgeoning affection for us.
Huh?
Be honest, Haru-chan. What are your thoughts on Sugimura-kun? She hates him. I think he's an intelligent man, but I have no interest in him. I have no interest in being his wife either. I would prefer to walk my own path, one in which the only person in control of my actions is me, not my father, and not Sugimura-san. I understand. You've grown so quickly, Haru-chan. I didn't realize you became such a strong, kind, mature woman. My apologies for not coming to see that sooner. But what about the contract Sugimura-san made with my father? He said the reparations will be immense if I refuse the marriage. I haven't heard a thing about this contract. Have you seen the document?
Excuse me?
Well, now that you have mentioned it, no, I haven't. And neither your father nor our lawyers mentioned it to me. It seems he was lying, and may have had the help of particular people within the company. You see, those who don't agree with my vision brought him into meetings with the hope that he would eventually take over. However, we don't need a politician in our midst, particularly considering the humble roots of our corporation. As for the mayor's cancellation, I'll handle it. It may take some time, but it will be done. I promise.
You have my thanks.
Takakura-san enjoyed the rest of his coffee before heading home. Today was a huge success. I was able to tell Takakura-san how I feel, and he actually understood. Not only about the company, but about Sugimura-san as well. I was so afraid, but now that it's over, I think it was honestly pretty simple. I only made it to this point because you were with me, though.
Thank you.
You did amazing. You did too, you know. Anyway, I only started trusting people again because you were by my side helping me. So I want to return the favor. Please confide in me if you ever need help. I'll be there for you. Rank 9.
All right.
All right. Here we go. Cue the sad music. Oh, that reminds me. Takakura-san said something a little strange, didn't he? That I like you. Goodness, why would he say that? I should choose my words carefully. I'm already in a relationship with another girl. Why do you think? Oh, this hurts. Every time, because she takes it the worst. Out of the other, again, there's 10 female confidants that you can romance. And I think Haru takes it the worst. He saw us as good friends.
Yes.
Okay. You're probably right. I mean, that's all we are, so... And right away. Anyway, I should go study. I have entrance exams coming up, so I don't really have time to be sitting around here. But, thank you for today. Oh, thanks. I guess I should head home. Don't worry, Haru. If I ever play this again, this is my 6th playthrough. I'm not gonna... odds are I will never play this on stream again, but if I play it, off stream, she'll be my next, because I'm trying to get everybody's romance. Sorry for the sudden call. There's something I really wanted to tell you. After we met, Takakura-san told me my grandfather's blend recipe. I'm brewing some in my room right now, and it smells amazing. If only you could smell it too. Can't wait to try it. Yeah, too bad you can't smell anything over the phone. I can't wait to let you try some. I don't think I would have had the courage to do any of this if I was alone. I just have given up without trying, and never find out about Takakura-san was feeling... I just have given up without trying, and never find out how Takakura-san was feeling about any of this. So, I hope you'll indulge a small gift for fighting at my side through it all. Okay, good night. Alright, we're in the home stretch.
You're back. Yo.
Another box.
Hey!
Tanaka Shaded Commodities.
Oh, yeah.
Crossword? No. One more. Story. 2 more. Okay. I didn't want to go in the airsoft. Okay. Not there. I don't remember if the singer was coming tonight. She's not. Let's check the sign.
I see.
Magic Fizz. Okay. 12:05 she's coming. Alright, we're gonna do a little fishing.
Welcome.
You a high schooler? You've got good taste in hobbies. Using the fishing pond. Fishing will cause time to pass, but the points you gain from catching fish can be exchanged for prizes. Your proficiency will also improve. The fish caught are scored on their size and species. Real and larger and rarer fish for more points. As your proficiency increases, the number of times you can fish per visit will increase as well. Try to build your proficiency so you can fish more often. I got max. It's nighttime, so it only costs 1,000 yen to fish. What will it be? Yeah, let me use the fishing pond.
Thank you.
Alright then, here's some bait. You should be able to catch some small fish with these. It's hard to catch fish at night, but you'll see a lot of rare ones.
Well then.
Which bait are you going to use? That's all I have. Use L to choose the direction you wish to cast your line, then press X to cast. The power gauge determines how far you're cast. Try pressing X at the right moment to drop your line directly in front of a fish. Once you've cast your line, wait for the fish to take the bait. You can choose different bait and recast the line by pressing circle. Now, again, it's only good for catching small fish. We got a small one right here. Press X when a fish bites the hook. Press X when a fish bites to hook the fish before it escapes. Move the bobber icon with the L into the red zone and rapidly press X to reel it in. Avoid reeling when the icon is outside the red zone. Fishing rod has a set amount of durability. If the bobber hits the gauge walls too often, the line will break and the fish will escape. Come here, fishy.
Oh! Nice!
A rough carp.
What do you want to do?
Yeah, let's fish. We got small fish right here.
Yes! Whoa!
Oh, caught the Tokyo bitterling and it has a tag on it.
What do you want to do?
Of course, I can fish. Oh, too far. Still too far.
Nice! Whoa!
Oh, another one with a tag.
What do you want to do?
Any more small fish? Looks like this boy over here. Too far. See, it's hard to judge. Not even close. It's hard to judge the casting power. That's right in front of him. Come on, fishy, 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 fishy. Here, fishy, 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 fishy. No, I moved. Nope. Come on, fishy. No? You're too big for it? What about this guy over here? Is he small enough? How so I get it near his head? Way too far. Yeah, maybe.
Yes!
Yep, that's it.
Whoa! What do you want to do?
Any small fish? Oh, yep. I think that's him right there, right in the middle. Of course, you gotta get that. Wow, I can't judge distance for crap. Close enough. Come on, fishy.
Nice!
I got the bait. I'm gonna use it. Let's drop it here. See if we get any bites.
Yes!
Now the numbers on the side indicate the number of times you can hit the side, like I said.
Whoa!
We got one more piece of bait. I'll catch one more fish. I like that one. Definitely not like that. Come on, fishy. It's right next to you. Come on, fishy. Here, fishy, 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 fishy. Don't be a snob to my bait. Come on, fishy. Yeah, there you go. Get it. Get it. Yeah. Come here, fishy.
Whoa!
Oh, another one of the tags.
Yes!
And then you get points for the length and tags.
Let's see how you did.
Got 500 points in one night. Not bad. Gives a medium-sized bait as a bonus. What do you want? What prizes you got? Simple yet sturdy rod. Look at all the prizes. Alley dance, fish god. I got that. I didn't get 100,000 points saved. This would take quite a bit. But I'll go for casual rod. Get some medium wale. I'm done.
Nice.
Ups your proficiency, and it also takes up a night.
Drop by anytime.
Sunday, Sunday, Sunday!
Hey!
Yep, home shopping network sound. What we got? Yucky Emo. Some SP items. Yep, we're going for the SP items.
Hey, hey!
Okay, now... Why is it Shinra and Haru are both there on the same day, or both not there on the same day? Let's see if we got a new doll. Yes, we do. And it's a day that ends in a 7.
Wow!
It's a stray sheep man.
Nice
Yep,
going!
for shot. For those of you that are familiar with the game Catherine, that's the sheep from Catherine. Now we're going to go to Shinjuku because in addition to the game on the book on the games, there's also now a book on fishing. Guess we went fishing.
What do you want?
Yep.
Thank you. Come again. Alright, who's available? Tama. Use game on. Alright, we're gonna go get one of Futaba's. Because it's a nice day. We're gonna go get one of Futaba's items.
Welcome back!
What do you want to do? Let's hang out.
But...
No, we're fine. Yep.
Yo!
We're gonna hang out with her.
Hmm?
We're gonna go somewhere fun.
Yeah.
We're gonna come over to Asakusa. There's Nakamise Street and the Sky Tree. Where do you want to go? We're going to Nakamise Street. That's a famous tourist spot, right? I wonder what it's like there.
I'll go!
Okay, let's go. There are so many people. Are we really gonna walk through all of this? Nope, 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 nope. I'm gonna go home and hide in my futon. Hey, look, a ninja.
Huh?
A ninja? Where? Where? I know. They have to be hiding. I'll find them. Now that I take a better look around, aren't there a lot of foreigners here? I guess this kind of place is unique to Japan after all. Actually, I'm a little excited too, even though I hate crowds. Weird. Okie dokie, let's go explore. Hey, you walk ahead and push through the crowd for me. Sure. That says, I heart Tokyo. Here, you can have it. You better wear it next time we see each other. It's an I Love Tokyo t-shirt. Strong bond with Futaba, something she might like. Enthusiast would enjoy. What gifts would Futaba enjoy? Oh no, totally cheat again. Gifts. Oh, the mascot set. That's right. She wants the mascot set. Oh, it's Uma-chan. Where did you get these? I love it. So weird and cute. Uma-chan, the Pegasus style Uma. Yay, I'll put them next to my monitor. Thank you. Yep. Boom. Nailed it.
I'm going home.
Looks like the shops are starting to close. Let's go home. At least want to get...
you're back.
Who wants to hang out? Oh, Lala-chan wants us to go to work. Because it's Sunday. And actually, I want to come over here to Kanda, to the church. Because it's Sunday. We can get some good stuff.
Welcome.
Okay. What's going on at the jazz club tonight?
I see.
Masakunda soda. Okay. We're coming here because we're going to give that to Futaba.
What do you want to do?
Yep.
Hey!
Futaba.
Oh!
Yep. Should we take a... Morgana's going to take a stroll. I see, since we're not bringing Morgana in here, he's not hanging out the back.
Thanks for coming in.
Absolutely, dude. Here you go.
This place rocks!
There's a lot of hype underground. This is getting really good.
This drink.
What is this flavor? Supreme or Ultra? Yep, whatever is good. Yeah, we heard that last time.
Aww.
When I was little, I could never get past the height restrictions for the thrill rides. Before, I used to be like, just wait until I'm tall, then I'll show you. I never grew any taller. Maybe I really do have to step out into the sun. Chatted with Futaba.
That's...
Oh, I gotta go home soon. Sojourner's gonna start worrying. It's not bad spending a day outdoors every now and then. My thanks. Yep. Support +1 becomes support +2. Now it has a chance of activating Masakunda and Maracunda.
Thanks for today.
I enjoyed the jazz club. Jeez, I can't tell you how nervous I was. But it ended up being pretty fun. Let's go home.
Okay?
Let's make it like a dog and head home. Okay, who we got today? More chatter. Saw another campaign car. All the news ever talks about is the election. It's weird for it to be given this much attention. Well, we might be getting a new administration, so... What are the polls again? When are the polls again? Still a ways off. Yeah, we got a couple days. 2 and a half, almost 3 weeks, actually.
Hey!
No, we're not going to Mementos yet. Alright, we can max Haru. And then all we have to worry about is shit. Send the rooftop.
Good day.
Let's hang out.
Huh?
Yep, it's fun. We're fine. So I went over to the company the other day and I have some news. Are you free to speak today? I absolutely am.
Thank you.
I'd like to drink a nice cup of Boss's coffee. Could we head to LeBlanc? Sure, come on over.
Ay, this has such profoundly bold flavor.
I heard you've been getting into the roasting scene, little lady.
Yes, I often have the urge to drink a fresh cup of your coffee.
That near brings a tear to my eye. Well, I'm heading home now. Close up shop for me, will you?
I was finally able to convey my feelings during the company meeting. Not just about the new chain, but about the future of the company. And even about Father. I think my presence angered some people at first. But in the end, they all listened to my thoughts.
You've done great, Hero. You've done great, Haru.
All that nervousness was exhausting. I've had diplomatic dealings with VIPs before, but I've never once spoken my true feelings. That aside, after talking with management, I've decided to let them handle Okumura Foods. It's simply not something I would have been able to supervise on my own. And after their sincere acceptance of the public's criticism, I felt it was okay to trust them. As for my future goals, I'm interested in opening a small private cafe. Everything will be homegrown, from the coffee to the salad. I want to set my own standards. It'll be a shop that people love, like grandfather's, and like this place. What do you think?
I'm sure you'll succeed.
It's a pretty boring dream, huh? But when you say that, I feel like it will actually happen. Truth be told, I don't plan on opening the shop immediately after I graduate. I'll need to study and improve my knowledge beforehand. After all, right now it's only a hobby. Perhaps I should apprentice here at LeBlanc in the meantime.
If you want.
The coffee I had after spending the night crying. Its warmth permeated through my body. I hope to open a store where others can feel that warmth. Either way, I think this dream of mine will be no easy feat. But I somehow managed to tackle my childhood dream of becoming a heroine of justice. If I act with resolve and believe in my actions, I know I'll be able to achieve anything. I'm so glad I met you. At first, it was nice having someone that understands me. But now, it's much more. There may be times where people resent me for it. But as long as you're here, I'll be okay. You know, I'd like to return the favor. If you ever find yourself in trouble, I'll be there for you. Feel free to rely on me from now on. I have the strength to help you. I can sense it.
Strong bond with Haru.
I am thou, thou art I. Thou hast turned a vow into a blood oath. Thy bond shall become the wings of rebellion and break the yoke of thy heart. Thou hast awakened the ultimate secret of the Empress, granting thee infinite power.
Second awakening.
All right.
All right. Mother Harlot.
I feel as though I've been reborn. This is my new power.
All right.
Haru's personality in Milady has transformed into Astarte. That is a weird-looking persona.
When I open my cafe, I'll let you be my first customer.
I'll bring you a present.
I can't wait! My, look at the time! We've been speaking for quite a while. I should be going now. Take care.
Walked Haru to the station. Evade nuke. This is where Fast Heal takes a back burner now. And then Psi Boost will get it replaced with Cyan.
You're back. Yo.
Another box.
Hey! Oh!
Anyway. So that's Taba. So see, this is Masakunda or Marakunda. Masakunda is decrease accurate evasion, and I don't think I have Marakunda. No. Okay. Going on at the Jazz Club tonight. Unfortunately, this is what I'm going to be doing with my nights now. It's a Jazz Club.
I see.
Mike Tina, bring it to the next level. Sounds good. Yep, 12-5.
What do you want to do?
Invite someone.
Hey!
Who am I inviting? Looks like we're inviting Haru.
Oh!
Yep.
Hey, thanks for coming in.
Yep. Because she's still a level behind us. Walk downstairs, enter the mysterious Jazz Club again. Yep.
And this drink.
Yep. Making it yourself.
Yes.
When I was little, I took ballet lessons. There was a portrait of a ballerina at my home. I thought she looked so beautiful. Even though I've quit now, I still admire that picture. Chatted with Haru for a while.
Over already?
It's gotten quite late.
That was so much fun.
The atmosphere here makes me lose track of time. I feel like I was able to put my feelings in order. Thank you for inviting me.
I feel fantastic.
All right.
Max HP up.
Thank you.
Yep. Time to go home.
Goodbye.
Goodbye. Hopefully I can get Shinya within the next couple days. Have you been well? Yeah, and you guys? We're all fine. I'm jelly you get to dish school and all. Anyways, everything on TV and even online is irritating as shit. Not a day goes by that we don't see Shido on the news. Same with the Akechi. All that genius detective stuff is just a load of bullcrap. Makes me sick how quick they both are to act like heroes. Honestly, the people who believe that rubbish are just as bad. Totally. Everyone's been going on about the end of year elections like it's some kind of festival. Yes, this political season is nothing more than a party for most of them. But depending on how we approach it, this might actually be a good opportunity for us. We will take advantage of this commotion to execute our mission. It will be a great distraction. Considering all the attention they're getting, the appearance of the Phantom Thieves will be huge. Let's show them the Phantom Thieves are still going strong as ever. It's your call whenever we meet. Just be careful.
Hey!
No, I'm not telling them about the target. Mementos. Is he available? Thank you, Shinya. Yeah. Let's go.
Hey!
Yep. Nobody thinks you're alive. We're going to be safe. We're going to hang out with you. Then come with me.
Hey!
They really did it. The Phantom Thieves did it. My mom really did have a change of heart. When I got home, my mom cooked dinner. She made my favorite, hamburger steak. Then she admitted that she was wrong and apologized to me for getting so mad about everything. She broke down crying and told me that she'll be a better mom from now on. Glad to hear that. Yeah. It's all thanks to the Phantom Thieves, and you.
Actually...
I guess winning and losing doesn't matter when it comes to just being happy. Well, isn't it true? The reason my mom was able to change is that she lost to the Phantom Thieves. Losing wasn't the end at all. It brought my real mom back. Man, I'm so happy right now. Am I weird for feeling happy about losing? I mean, all I cared about before was winning. It means you matured.
Huh?
Really? So that should be my rank-up notes. Well, you might be right. Looking back at how obsessed I was with winning, I can see I was just acting like a kid. I want to get stronger. Strong enough so that I can protect my mom. I realized something from you and the Phantom Thieves. Instead of destroying others, protecting and saving people is what makes a person strong. You listened to my problems and even confronted my mom for me. I guess that was pretty cool of you. Sheena's brotherly affection. Rank 9.
All right.
Hey!
By the way, do you remember Takakuma, the pro who beat me? I heard more rumors that he uses illegal armor. I wonder why he's cheating. He wants to win at all costs.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, kind of understand how he feels. I might have cheated too if I had known how. But I don't feel like that at all anymore. Okay, I'm gonna head home. Hey, are the Phantom Thieves? Never mind. Bye. More kindness from Shinya. Brotherly love. Yep.
Later.
Let's play again sometime. Alright. I want to rank him up one more time and then we're going to go to the palace. Hey, you got to hear this. My mom and I have been eating meals together every day now. She's a really good cook. She even made my favorite, hamburger steak. I'm so glad she's back to her old self. I'm so thankful for the Phantom Thieves. You did a great job too. What? Me? Nah, all I did was hand her the calling card. Oh yeah, could I give you a message to pass along to the Phantom Thieves? Tell them, thanks for changing my mom's heart. I'll become strong enough that I can protect her myself. Okay? Oh, my mom's calling for me, so I'm gonna go. See you later. Mom, what's for dinner? Alright. Good times. Good times.
You're back.
Okay. Chihai is available. Let's see what's going on at the Jazz Club. See if there's anything good. What day is it? Tuesday? Usually not.
I see.
Power Fizz, yeah. Okay. We're going to hang out with Chihaya to get her item. I think hers takes 2 visits though. And the girls aren't ready to visit anybody yet. You're alive, yet at the same time you're dead. You have an interesting fate. What would you like to do today? Do a verification test. Your fate is very interesting, so I'd like to try a different fortune-telling technique. I've gone through all my books. Maybe I need some that are out of print. Where can I find some? Oh, never mind. Let's begin the verification test. Nobody thinks you're alive at the point, so you should be okay as long as you're careful. Yep, we're going to hang out with her. We're going to go to Booktown. Jimbocho? There's a lot of used bookstores there.
Let's go.
It's a bit far, but let's go. I wonder if the stores are still open. After this, then we go to Skytree.
Wow.
We should go to Skytree. I see. The prices at the used bookstore are so low. There's a lot here. Which ones would be good as reference? How about autobiographies of great people? The lives of people who have left their names in history. True, those would be worth reading once. There's a lot to learn from their stormy lives. Also, you know those self-help books? With those, you feel like just reading them is enough. You end up not actually helping yourself. I'd like to learn the ideas expressed in those books and use them to help my customers. that use book sources study of destiny. What, a fortune-telling specific shop? Hey, let's go check it out. Ready with strong bomb with Chihaya. What would she like? She likes the star mirror for a spiritual something. Where'd you find this hand mirror? Despite its adorable appearance, I can sense such power from it.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. I use you well. Nailed it. I feel like this place could feel like a second home. Thank you so much for today. You got it, girl. Last day of November. This might be the first time I actually care about an election. Isn't Cheeto cool?
How about you?
A charismatic politician can make even apathetic young people excited, huh? Not only does Mr. Shido have good judgment and decisiveness, he has important qualities as a leader, like communication skills. Don't you think his words are easy to understand? Don't his speeches resonate with you? Everyone's getting tricked by his facade. They don't know it's all lies. You have to make him show his true colors. Yes, ma'am. Hopefully Shinny's available and I can finish him up.
Hey!
No, I'm not telling the others about the target mementos. Damn! Alright, who have we got available? We can get Futaba's. Already got Kasumi's. We're gonna go get Futaba's second one.
I'll just add this.
I'm gonna save first, just in case I pick the wrong spot.
Welcome back!
Let's hang out.
But...
No, we'll be fine.
Hey, hey!
Yep. Hanging out? We're gonna hang out with her. We're gonna go somewhere fun.
Yeah.
Where am I gonna take her? I can't remember if it's Nakano or Akihabara. It is Akihabara. Let's go. Akihabara is the best. I'm so happy. This is going to be so much fun. Let's go. Actually, this is indoors. I should have waited.
Oh.
I'm in paradise. Honestly, I want to live here. Wait, there are tons of people. But all this still gets me excited. Seeing it in person is way different than images online. Come on, let's go check out that extra thin laptop everyone's been talking about lately. It was definitely thin, but still disappointing. They say it was full of functions, but I'm not really seeing it. I don't care anymore. Do you understand how I feel? You feel betrayed.
Yeah!
That's right, they betrayed me. I had super high expectations for what the evolution of electronics was going to look like, but all I saw there was an empty slab of metal. Oh well, there's no point in getting depressed over it. There's still got to be some unseen treasure waiting for me in this electronic paradise. Let's go explore. We'll start in the underground floors. To the escalator. Man, this is cool no matter how many times I look at it. I already have 3 of them though, so you can have it as a present. Strong bomb for Taba, something she might like. Damn, I think I get rid of it. She likes the snacks. Alright. She likes a sword keychain. Oh, what's this? It's super amazing. Totally insane. Thanks. Now I get to be a legendary hero too. Even though they say it's for men. Really captured for top of heart. Oh, right. I don't want to go home. Let me stay in my paradise.
Ah, you're back.
I got her piece. Let's go see if the girls are ready yet. It's not for tomorrow. Later. It's later. Don't need to go to darts and billiards.
I'm glad.
Let's see what's going on here.
I see.
Soul Teeny, take you to the next level.
What do you want to do?
Yep, we're inviting Haru.
Hey. Oh.
Yep.
Hey, thanks for coming in.
Welcome. Throwing away money. By the time we get through Shido's palace, we'll be packed with cash again. Walk down the stairs. Yep. Yep.
This drink.
Yep, make him one yourself. My classmates were surprised when I told them that I have a housemaid. They asked me if she handles everything from cleaning to changing my clothes. I can clean and change my own clothes, but I guess it's hard for them to believe. Chatter with Haru.
Over already?
Gotten quite late. Yep. Put
That was
feelings in
so
order.
much fun. I feel
Level 73.
fantastic.
Yep. Strength and size scales by 50%. Alright, you're gone. Then she gets heat riser. And I think I get rid of... Damn, I don't remember what I get rid of.
All right.
SP by 10.
Thank you.
Welcome. Time to go home.
Goodbye.
Goodbye. Enjoy. Alright, we're into December now. Got like 17 days left. I heard Shido's approval rating went up again. This election's already decided. I mean, I can't imagine anyone with Shido in office. It'd be nice to have a strong country. Shido has this in the bag. I can't wait for the election. Whatever. It's already December. This year has been one rough year. Those Fan of Thieves incidents were horrible. I never thought terrorists would attack Tokyo. I'm glad the election's almost here. We'll be able to breathe easy with Masayoshi Shido in office. Yes, he seems promising. It's looking like next year will be a better year. If that's not the story of 2020. Do they not see the disaster that looms in the distance? Failure is intolerable. We must act swiftly. We must act swiftly. I hope Shinny is available. Let's put the rest of our decorations that we got. Yep. Got the round wolf king piece. The hero figure. This is what we got. The hero figurine you got from Akihabara. Seems like everyone wanted to become a hero at some point. Got the Sushi's Teacup Star stickers. The I Heart Tokyo t-shirt goes on the end of our little workbench there. Let's bring back memories of Asakusa. Got the new statue. I'm gonna put up the chocolate fountain. This is what we got from Han. See? Bring back memories of that buffet. Sheep man.
Hey.
He seems troubled. Wonder what's bothering him. Okay, we're good. Come on, Shinya. Yeah! Max him out. All right. Phantom Thieves are alive. I believe in them. You free today? You want to train? Something I want to talk to you about while we're at it. Yes, Shinya, we are good. Let's finish this up. You've improved so much compared to when you first started. Let's play.
Not like that. It's okay, though. Just aim for the arm your enemy's holding his gun with. That's it. I've got nothing left to teach you. You're an elite player now.
Thanks to my teacher.
It's because you worked so hard. I didn't really do that much. Actually, yeah, I did. Have you noticed that my playing style has changed? I feel calmer when I'm under pressure now. I wonder if it's because I'm not so obsessed with winning anymore. Hey, I invited some people here today. They should be arriving any minute now. Oh, here they are.
So what did you want to talk to us about?
I'm sorry. I finally realized that I was being selfish. Please forgive me. I'll understand if you guys don't, but I promise I'll pay back the money as soon as I save up enough.
Well, what do you want to do?
That's all I wanted to say. Thanks for coming. Let's go.
Wait! I'm not very good at Gunabout. Will you teach me how to get better?
Huh? Then...
Sorry, kids. I don't mean to interrupt.
Hey, it's the pro gamer!
It's been a while, hasn't it, kid? You want to play a game? I haven't faced any worthy opponents lately.
I've gotten better since we last played, you know. Now I can stay calm during a battle. I'm gonna blast right through that pitch-black armor of yours.
So then, you believe the rumor that's being told about me, eh? Well, a full display of my skills should put an end to that lie.
What the hell? I can't even shoot!
Take that! Don't aim for the body, and that!
Yeah, this is BS!
Whoa, the champ can't even get off a shot!
Takekuma's about to lose! The king's going to win! What? I lost?
Stop using that armor and start playing fair and square. It's unacceptable to break the rules just to win, whether you're an adult or a child. And if you don't stop, I'll tell everyone.
No, I won't admit defeat. I just can't. It'll be the end of everything.
No, it won't. Your life will go on even after you lose. But if you don't change now, then it might really be the end for you. And then no one will be able to help you. I don't want you to go through that.
Well said. For a kid. I'm not going to enter the tournament. See ya.
That was totally insane, dude! You beat a professional gamer!
The king's the new champ!
No, I'm not. I haven't won the tournament yet. Besides, it's thanks to you guys that I was able to get stronger. Everyone's gone home. We should get going, too. I'm so happy right now.
You made new friends.
Yeah. I've always thought that winning was the coolest thing. But being nice is pretty cool, too. Losing wasn't the end. It was just a new beginning. Through all the pain, and with your help, I was able to change. Now it's my turn to help others. My mom, my friends, even people I don't know. I wonder, will that help me become a member of the Phantom Thieves?
Ask them yourself.
That's why I'm asking you. Don't worry, I won't tell anyone. Well, this is the last time we'll play together. There's nothing left to teach you. And the Phantom Thieves seem to be having a rough time. Thank you for hanging out with a lonely kid like myself.
I'll continue to do my best. Okay, put out your hand. Good luck.
Strong bond with Shindo.
I am thou. Thou art I.
That's it.
Thou hast turned a vow into a blood oath. Thy bond shall become the wings of rebellion and break the yoke of thy heart. Thou hast awakened to the ultimate secret of the tower, granting thee infinite power.
Yoda Special allows Joker's gun attacks to ignore resistances and hit the enemy.
All right.
I had that already.
All right.
Use Mata. Yep. Again, I can do that too.
This is my ultimate move. You've gotten really good. But you'll still never be able to beat me. You won't lose to anyone else, though. I'll be supporting you no matter what.
More kindness from Shindo. Don't need it though.
Later.
You're back.
Of course he's fine. Everywhere I go, it's just more and more rumors about Shido. This shit makes me sick. It's as though his stance against the Phantom Thieves has boosted his popularity. It's all a charade, though. Charade. More importantly, why ain't anyone complaining about the police? After all, their big catch committed suicide while he was in police custody. That's a scandal no matter which way you cut it. I'm just glad they never made his identity public. About that, doesn't it seem a little odd to you? What do you mean? Why isn't anyone showing more interest in the identity or motives of the Phantom Thieves? Do people not think they are the masterminds behind the horrible crimes of late? Yeah, you would think people would make a bigger deal of it. I was wondering that myself. It felt as though the commotion surrounding the suicide calmed down far too quickly. It's like nobody cares about that anymore. Yep, they're too busy fanboying over Shido. God, this don't make any sense. It's creepy as hell. Man, did I have a nose itch there.
You're right. This is totally bizarre. What's going on here? Hey, hey!
Yeah, so do you ever. Who we got tonight? EY? Chihai, oh yeah. Well, let's see what's going on at the Jazz Club first.
I see.
Magic Fizz. Okay. Let's go see Chihai and get her gift. Oh, no. Scratch that. We're going with the girls.
What are you gonna do today? Now.
The place we wish to evaluate for your rehabilitation is a nightmarish place for acquiring gifts. Apparently, when the cold winds arrive, humans gather in a number of areas and search high and low for gifts. The specific one we seek is buried beneath another similar area. People flock there for all manner of goods. Such unchecked greed condensed to one location. This place sounds like a maelstrom of human desire. We believe it necessary to ascertain just how much of a threat this place is. Inmate, does this place sound at all familiar to you? Of course it does. It's the underground mall.
What'll you do?
You mean the Shibuya Mall?
Let's go, inmate.
So you've heard of it, then let's get going, inmate. And you better keep your greed in check while we're there.
Onward, inmate.
We will not be held responsible if you are consumed by your desires. Now, take us there at once. Yes, ladies. Welcome! We've got plenty of new stock just in time for winter. Up to a 15% discount with the purchase of 2 or more items. Stop by quick while the offer's still good.
Oh my.
So energetic, I'm nearly unable to feel the cold here. Crowds come to fulfill their material wants while the vendors seek their profits. This place is a whirlpool of human desire. It's cute, but it's kind of pricey. Oh, it'll be fine. I'm treating myself today anyway. This one, please. My bonus ought to cover it. It seems that the words sale and bonus carry extra weight in this place. Humans are incapable of resisting such simple temptation. How foolish. That reminds me, it looks like a lot of people who fell prey to their pitiful desires come to places like this. I hear the term used for such people is lovey-dovey or something like that. Is that what's going on here? They're usually in pairs. That's right, lovey-dovey is supposed to mean a harmonious relationship of two people doting on one another. I've also heard that such pairings emanate a special aura that incites the rage of those around them.
Okay.
Let's track down some lovey-dovey people, inmate. Oh boy. So it's two we've been seeing all around. Oh my gosh, this is so cute. Oh, that piece just came in yesterday. We also have a men's version in stock. That looks gorgeous on you. Should we get a matching pair, sweetie? Oh, you sure? But it's so expensive. I'd feel so bad. Yep, that's lovey-dovey. It's so obvious I don't even need to ask. Their aura is so irritating, words can't describe it. On the other hand, I've heard that lovey-dovey individuals are actually secretly envied by many in society. Could you be one of the envious? I'm lovey-dovey already. What? So you're just another beast driven by its primal desires. How repulsive. Please keep your distance from us. Well, if we get the silver ones, I can maybe afford a pair of... Huh? 100,000? This one's 100% platinum. It never rusts, so it's a perfect expression of your eternal love. Oh, eternal love, that's the one? Oh yeah, but I kind of think the one next to it has a better design. The atmosphere is shifted. Yep, the storm's coming. Excuse me? You seem pointing to the wrong row. Are you trying to say that one's what I'm worth to you? You're trying to say that one's what I'm worth to you. Is that it? No, that's not what I'm saying. It's a little over budget is all. How awful. I thought our love was eternal, but instead it's just a cheap imitation of the real thing. If it's all bound to fall apart, we might as well end it now. Oh boy. No, I'm sorry. I'll buy it. Excuse me, I'll take this one. But just the one, please, not the pair.
It would seem...
The clash of lovey-dovey shoppers has been decided. Pretty one-sided clash. Why'd that man end up doing whatever the woman said? What sort of subservience is this? Love is enchanting. Enchanting? So that woman is a powerful spellcaster? Oh, yeah, she is. I see. Not only did she keep him spellbound, but she managed to control quite a sum of money from him as well. That's a rather impressive skill set. The rumors about this chaotic battlefield were true after all. To think they can generate so much disorder just by coming together. Humans are such strange beings. However, upon realizing that it is a source of their power, it's easy to see how this place has aided the inmates' rehabilitation. Humans truly are fascinating. Anyway, we hereby acknowledge the completion of your assignment. Here's your reward. Heat Riser. That finishes up the last of our special assignments.
See?
I was expecting you to give up partway through. Not too bad at all, inmate. Yay! We did all the girls' requests. The strength of spirit you've displayed while carrying out your rehabilitation. That deserves a recognition. Keep going.
Are you joking?
Don't get so full of yourself, inmate. Your rehabilitation isn't through yet. You're better not lose sight of your goal. Speaking of which, humans seem unusually predisposed to giving each other money as material goods. Give each other money and material goods if they're closely related. People buying one another's affection. Doesn't that sound pathetic, inmate? It's an expression of gratitude. Oh, and don't you think there's our people you should express some gratitude towards right now? Indeed. I think a certain pair of exceptional wardens deserve a little something for observing the troublesome inmate. That was a joke, inmate. We are not so low as to exploit you for material gain. Say, Justine, shouldn't we buy something for our master while we're here? There appears to be a delivery service we can take advantage of here. Perhaps they can ship packages directly to our world.
Come with me.
Let us inspect the area a bit longer. Here we're going, ladies. After lugging around their shopping bags, I escorted the twins back to the tunnel. Alright, so we completed all our confidants.
Well then.
2 weeks left.
Hey!
Okay, story rank up. Story rank up. Max, max, max. Look at all that. Story rank up. Max, max. Yeah. All those. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. All 23.
We have to make them pay.
Let's hang out. Plenty of time.
Oh, yeah.
Yep, hang out with her.
Yeah.
Let's go somewhere fun.
Okay.
Pretty sure it's Harajuku. Yep, Harajuku. Let's go. Harajuku, how about Takenoko Street? It'd be great if you could come shopping with me.
Okay, let's get going.
Even just going for the people watching is interesting. Anyway, let's go.
Hey!
There's a shop I like around here, so I come pretty often. But all the people are such a pain. What gives them the right to be here? Anyway, let's go through quickly so we don't get cut by the salespeople. Sold out of the clothes I wanted. In any case, there are so many different types of people here. It's fun just watching them. People might think I'm weird if they see me staring at them alone. But I'm sure it's fine as long as I'm with you. Do you usually come alone? Yeah, Shiho was always busy with volleyball, so I didn't get to to ask her out very much. And I mean, things are half as fun if you don't have anyone to share that fun with, right?
Hey!
I wonder what all those people are thinking about right now. Some of them might even be sad beneath those happy exteriors. We'll never even know. Hey, don't you get fired up when you're thinking about helping them out? Oh, well, never mind. That's not what we're talking about. Ooh, the couple's in a big fight. The girlfriend's totally going for the knockout punch.
Oh, yeah!
Hey, they were handing this out, so I took one. If you're interested in this stuff, you can have it if you want. Got a poster. Strong bond with on, chum she might like. We're gonna give her some candy. Would you give this to me? Oh, these desserts are amazing. They melt in your mouth with such an elegant sweetness.
Thanks!
Great job. You really know what a girl like me likes. Thanks so much. Really captured her heart. Nailed it.
Let's get back.
Well then, wanna go home? Yeah, let's go.
You're back.
Crossword puzzle.
Hey, hey!
Techie term for E-infiltration. Gap in a wall. Computer threat. That should be a virus. Transgressive act, I think, is sue. Or maybe not. There's no you. Gap in a wall. Is that breach? Oh, sin. That's what this is, sin. Term for E-infiltration. Oh, hacking. While often used to refer to criminal behavior, hacking actually encompasses any entry of protected technology, whether or not the intent was malicious. Hackers out to do good are sometimes referred to as white hats, while hackers who engage in malicious activity are instead called black hats.
All right.
I see. Nice.
All right. Okay. Who's left? Beef bowl shop. We got Soju on Kawakami. Oh, yeah. Alright, let's go to the jazz club. Don't have to worry about looking for the twins anymore.
I see.
Omnifizz, all your stats will improve.
What do you want to do?
Invite some.
Hey!
We'll bring Morgana again.
Oh!
Yeah.
Yeah!
Hey, thanks for coming in.
Hey, thanks for coming. There's my $30.
Pretty chill place.
What was it do? Feels different. Yep. Take your little sip.
This drink.
Yep, ordinary cat would appreciate its flavor.
Hey!
I'm pretty small, you know. It's hard for me to keep up with the rest of you. I'm not about to hold everyone else back, but there's really nothing I can do when it comes to my short stride. So I plan to anticipate things before they happen so that I can act in the shortest time. Pretty good idea, huh? Sure, we'll go with that, Morgana.
That's incredible.
Time goes to buy, yep. Everything
All
went
right.
up by 1. HP
All
and
right.
SP went up. Yep, we should head home now.
Want to head back?
We're going. Relax. Oh, look, it's snowing. Okay. Today's the day.
Okay.
Is everyone here?
We're all here. I believe now's the time to quicken our pace. Infiltrate palace.
Come on, let's go.
We're gonna go when it's snowing out.
Come on, let's go.
We'll head to the central corridor first. That's where the doors to the main assembly hall were. Got it. Let's get going.
Let's do our best today.
I'll just add this.
What's my lead persona? Cerberus. The first fusion alarm we get, we gotta fuse Kali. But that's gonna be for another day. Look at that. We hit $600. 601.24. All right, come on, let's go. All right, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, I thank you very much for showing up for this episode of Persona 5 The Royal. Next time, which should be tomorrow morning, because I have off the Friday again. So next time we will secure our infiltration route in Ishido's palace, and I anticipate this taking the whole stream, just this one palace, because of its size, because of some of the battles that are included in it. So this is going to be a while. I thank you very much again for showing up. If you liked what you saw, please hit that follow button at the bottom of the screen. It is very, very much appreciated. If you're looking for one of the older VODs that for some reason may not be showing up on Twitch, you can go find them on my YouTube channel under the same name. And until next time, I thank you very much for showing, and I'll see you again.